Welcome into Steelers Talk Live, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. I will be your host. We are coming to you from Chat Sports Studios here in Dallas, Texas. Thanks for spending part of your Wednesday here to talk some Steelers football with us. I am so excited to get into this with you today. I am joined by the lovely producer today, Trace Gerard. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Jeremy is currently doing Raiders Live, so Trizzy has gladly stepped into the producer's chair for Steelers Talk Live. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, I've heard some good things. Heard some good things about the Yinzers, man. I'm ready to hang out, have some fun. So let's have a good show,
Let's
brother.
have a great freaking show today, Trizzy. All right, guys. So if you are in the chat right now, if you are a real one and you got in there right away, you made sure that you got here right away at the start of the show, type real one in the chat right now. I'm going to give some shout outs here. Dominic Schrader is in the chat. Mimic Trazer, I don't know how to say that. 235 is in here. Stick Pit 79 is here. Jason Esch is here. Greener Bandino is here. Steeler Nation is here. Ben Mills is here. Jacob Torman is here. Man, we are starting this off hot. 71 people in the chat right now. We got Jason L in here, Corey O'Connell, Peach Posey, Rhett Larson, Joe Kenyon. Oh my goodness, man. We are starting off the show hot today. All right, guys, we're going to start out the show here now. My promise to you here on Steelers Talk is if you go follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry, I'm going to give you a shout out here on Steelers Talk Live. So I want to give a shout out to these people here: Mano Mikros, Glenn Villamore Jr., Enterprises, Sergio Padilla, Brendan Tierney, Rolo, William Frisch Jr., Max Sanchez Luno, Jimmy K77, Jason R., and then also Mason Holler, hope I'm saying that right, Mitch Weller, DJ Harrell, Mr. Sports Fan, Spectator, and Matt Carey. And again, if you go follow me on Twitter right now at Jack_Sperry, I will give you a shout out on next week's Steelers Talk Live show right at the top here. So first matter of discussion here while we build up the audience here. Grade for me the Steelers offseason so far. Okay, so with the moves that they've made, how are you liking the Steelers and what Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin and this Steelers front office have been doing so far? Give me a grade, an A, B, C, D, or F in the chat. I want to see it. Fendi says A. Derpy Entertainment says B. Brian Sew says B. Jason says B+. Elmater says A. Derpy Entertainment says B-. Jacob Toman says B+. Chris Tony says B. For me, guys, I'm going to go with a B right now. I really like some of the moves that they've made. I love the Patrick Peterson signing. I think that the reason why I don't have it at an A right now is because Matt Canada wasn't replaced. Now, Matt Canada did not have a good season, in my opinion, last year. I think if they would have at least brought in somebody as an offensive assistant to help him out, to help evolve his offense, then it would be at an A right now. But for me right now, it's a B. I like the moves that they're making in free agency. I think it's very interesting what they're doing with their draft strategy, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see what the Steelers do in the coming weeks here. I'm going to give out a couple more shout-outs here. Anthony says B. Sigalo says B. There's a Q in there, okay. Peach Posey says A-. Cattle Girl, B+. Jeff says B+. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat right now. We got 94 people in the chat right now, but only 19 likes, guys. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel and the stream here. Try to get this video in front of as many people as possible right now. And this is what I'll say. If you love the Bengals, if you love the Ravens, and you love the Browns, don't like the video, all right? But if you like the Steelers, if you are a true Yinzer, go ahead, click that like button right now. Let's get those likes up. On today's show, we're going to have some juicy Steelers rumors to cover today, some trade rumors to go over, some very interesting stuff there. Alex Highsmith is going to be making an appearance on our rumors segment today as well. And then, of course, pro days all over the country. Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan visiting a bunch of colleges right now, looking at some of the top prospects in this year's NFL draft. We're going to be talking about it all in just a second. And then also, later on in the show, I'm going to give you the two people the two X factors that are going to make or break the Pittsburgh Steelers season in 2023. You're going to want to stick around for that. And of course, we got the Steelers live mailbag here that's going to be coming up here in just a second. You got a super chat, or you got a super chat to skip the line, or use hashtag Steelers along with your question in the chat in order to get your question on the Steelers live mailbag. And speaking of super chat, we've already got a couple of super chats. Let's get it going right now, guys. Let's get this party started. We got one from the comedic genius who says, Steelers Nation, do you think we should take Joey Porter Jr. or Deonte Banks? Also, do you think guys like Addison will fall to 32? So first question here. If I had the choice between Joey Porter Jr. and Deonte Banks, I can't take any other position, I can't take other players, I'm going to take Joey Porter Jr. All right, Joey Porter Jr., I think that these two players are actually very comparable. They're both great athletes. They're both great in press coverage. They're both hard hitters. They're really tough to block in the run game. I just think that Joey Porter Jr. is just a tick better than Deontay Johnson. Now, both of these guys have had issues in the past with holding penalties, pass interference penalties at times, but I think that they're both massively talented individuals, and I think that they play the game aggressively, and they have the physical pedigree to be a number one cornerback in the National Football League. And plus, Joey Porter Jr., he grew up with Mike Tomlin's kids. He already has a connection with Coach T. I think that'd be a great connection for the Steelers. And then when it comes to Jordan Addison, I'm not sure if he's going to make it to 32. I think he's a really darn good player. I think he's a great route runner. My comp to him is actually Deontay Johnson, of course, a Steelers wide receiver. So if he falls to 32, great. If not, I mean, I think the Steelers have a good plan in place for this year's NFL draft. And we got another $5 super chat here from Not Webb's World, who says, I just want to set something straight for some people. Yes, Mike T didn't go to Addison's pro day, and he went to Pickett's, but who was he throwing to? Number 3. Now, here's the thing. We're going to be talking about this later in the show, too. Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, they were not at Jordan Addison's pro day at USC. They went to Iowa State instead, and some people are speculating that the Steelers aren't even considering Jordan Addison at number 17 overall in round 1. I'm going to tell you later on why that might not be the case. Appreciate the $5 super chat, Not Webb's World. And again, you got to use hashtag Steelers or super chat to get your question on today's Steelers Talk Live mailbag. The way I like to describe it, guys, it's like Fast Pass at Disney World. If you want to skip the lines, you can go ahead, put in your super chat, and then, of course, we have a special promotion today. This is something that we've been waiting for a while here on the show. We're going to be doing a jersey raffle at the end of today's show. We got a Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey to give away here. So the way that you apply to win this jersey, guys, you have to super chat, okay, and we to buy raffle tickets. So we got different prices for you to use here on the stream today. So for our $5 super chat is going to buy you 1 raffle ticket. That gets you to the party. But if you want a little bit higher odds here, you can go with a $10 super chat to get yourself 3 tickets. Or if you're really feeling it, you can do a $20 super chat to buy yourself 10 tickets. We're going to be combining all of these tickets at the end. Trizzy Trace, the producer, he's going to get a big wheel going for us. So he's going to input all of your names, as many tickets as you have, and we're going to spin that wheel at the end of the show today. The one that it lands on, that's the guy that's going to be walking away with a brand new Kenny Pickett Jersey Color Rush. I'm very excited to see what we can do today. We already have 2 people entered to win today. The Comedic Genius with a $5 super chat and Not Webb's World with a $5 super chat. That is 1 ticket for each one of those guys. I really appreciate the super chat from you guys. And here's another thing, guys. You have to be subscribed in order to win today's raffle. So if you're new here, you haven't subscribed to Steelers Talk yet, you have to click that subscribe button if you want to win today's jersey raffle. Really can't wait to see what we can do here. You guys are doing a fantastic job getting in those super chats. Really appreciate the support for the channel. Reason why we're doing this is that I said last week that if we got over 1,000 new subscribers for NFL free agency on the channel, that I would be doing a jersey raffle. That's what happened. We added over 1,100 subscribers last week for NFL free agency. We are now the fastest growing Steelers channel here on YouTube. So make sure to click that subscribe button for me if you want to win today's raffle. And of course, you got to put in a couple of bucks for super chat here in order to get those raffle tickets for your chance to win, guys. Really do appreciate all the support here, and I cannot wait to get into today's show. Really do appreciate it, guys. Now, I want to hear your guys' answer for this, guys, all right? What should the Steelers do at left tackle moving forward here this offseason? So should they trade for Jonah Williams, okay? Type T if you think they should trade for Jonah Williams, or do you think they should go out in free agency and get a guy like Taylor Lewan, maybe a Donovan Smith, or do you think that they should draft a rookie in the first round or maybe even the second round of the 2023 NFL Draft? Let me know in the comments section right now. I'm going to give some shout-outs to see what people say. Lots of D's in there. Now Webb's World is saying draft. Average Gamer says draft. Rhett Larson says draft. Everybody is saying, I've seen only D's so far, guys. Watermelon says D. Mimic Tracer says D. Ramtick is going with trade for Jonah Williams here. And then we got another draft here from the Comedic Genius. We got Jacob Toman, draft, Beware, D. Cattle Girl, D. D-Rock, draft. All right, guys, so it definitely seems like I see CM Punk with a free agency. So it seems like the consensus here is that Steelers fans want the Steelers to draft a rookie. Number 17 overall here in the 2023 NFL Draft. Now, the big question for that is that going to happen? Because you got three guys that the Steelers seem to be locking in on. That's Peter Skoronski, Paris Johnson Jr., Ohio State tackle that Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan was actually at the Ohio State Pro Day today, and then Broderick Jones from Georgia. The likelihood of of one of those guys falling to the Steelers at number 17 right now, I would say, is relatively slim. Because I think that there are a couple teams in front of the Steelers there that are really going to be looking for tackle. The Jets are one of those teams. The Titans are one of those teams. I think Philly might take Skoronski at number 10. Of course, the Chicago Bears are looking for offensive line help. They might go get offensive tackle. They're at number 9 overall. So it's looking like if the Steelers want to go get an offensive tackle, they might need to go and actually trade up for one. So I'm wondering right now, get in the comment section right now. Oh, let's go! We got a $20 super chat from Robert. I don't even know how to say the rest. DeCholi Sadler, $20 here. We got another one too. We got a $2 super chat from StickPit79. Really appreciate it, dude. But if you want to get your name in that jersey raffle, you got to put in at least $5, man, all right? And then you got Robert, a $20 here from Robert, who says, love the show. Appreciate it, my guy. You now have 10 raffle tickets to win that Kenny Pickett jersey. Really appreciate it, my dude. And they are starting to roll in here. Jason Esch with a $20 super chat as well. Add 10 tickets to his name as well, producer Triz. Do you see a trade taking place pre-draft for Kevin Dotson or sometime during the preseason? Taking a chance on that jersey. All right, I appreciate you putting in that chance there, that $20 super chat there, Jason. Really do appreciate it. As for Kevin Dotson, I think right now they're trying to shop him. They're trying to trade him, see if they can get like a 7th-round draft pick or maybe like a 6th-round draft pick for him. He's honestly not worth all that much on the trade market right now, but I think that they're going to try to trade him. If they can't trade him, they're going to cut bait with him. I think if the Steelers end up signing a free agent offensive tackle, they'll probably end up cutting Dotson to keep up the space there, to create some more space for them to make that signing. But at the end of the day, Kevin Dotson is probably not going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler next season. The interior of the offensive line on the Steelers roster right now is already loaded with guys like Isaac Seumalo, Nate Herbig, Mason Cole, right? You got all these guys. James Daniels, how could I forget him? You got a bunch of really good starting quality players there on the interior of the offensive line. Kevin Dotson just needs to be let go. You can save a little bit of money by cutting him. I think if I had to predict, I think that he will end up getting cut. And not Webb's World comes up with another $20 super chat here. He says, in all fairness, I was thinking about this. If he does get drafted by Pittsburgh, does he wear number 3? So he's asking about Trace is going to get up his super chat here on the screen here in a second, but now Webb's World is asking about Jordan Addison. Will he wear number 3 if he is drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers? And the answer to that question is I just don't know. I mean, it happens with every single rookie. You come in, you pick a number, all these different things. I think he probably would wear number 3, and man, Jordan Addison in a number 3 jersey for the Pittsburgh Steelers would be pretty darn sick if you ask me. Really appreciate everybody that has super chatted to start off the show. We have just started the show. We're already up to almost $72 in super chats. And again, if you want a chance to win that Kenny Pickett jersey in our raffle today, $5 is going to get you 1 ticket, 10 tickets is going to get you, or $10 is going to get you 3 tickets, and then $20 is going to get you 10 tickets for today's live show. All right, guys, we're going to get into this in just a second. We're going to get into some juicy Steelers rumors. It's our first segment of the day. Can't wait to get that going with y'all. Trace, how are we doing in terms of getting ready for the show here? All right, so he's just getting the wheel set. So we are going to get into today's show in just 1 second, guys. We got some awesome Steelers rumors coming up here. Trading for Jonah Williams. Is it a good idea, or should the Steelers stay far away from him? And the answer might surprise you in the way that Jonah Williams might actually help the Pittsburgh Steelers, even if he doesn't get traded to Pittsburgh. I can't wait to share that one with you guys. That one's kind of a nice nugget. And of course, later on in the show, we're going to have 2 X factors. I'm going to share the 2 players, or the 2 people on the Steelers team that I think are going to be the make or break players for the Steelers in 2023. If these 2 players don't have success, the Steelers will not have success. But on the flip side, if they play well, if they do a good job coming up here this next season, the Steelers are going to be successful, not only in 2023, but in years to come. And then, of course, we got the Steelers live mailbag. We already have some great questions, and we got another $20 super chat here from Nicholas Harmon. Appreciate you, my guy. He goes in there and he says, just saying, if we got Addison, I think it would do wonders for our offense. Now, I agree with you, Harmon. I think that adding somebody with we already know has fantastic chemistry with Kenny Pickett, right? Jordan Addison won the Blitnikoff Award in 2021 with Kenny Pickett throwing him the football. And for those of you out there that don't know what the Blitnikoff is, it's the award for the best wide receiver in college football. So, I mean, when these 2 were together at the University of Pittsburgh, it was straight up magical. It was fireworks. So, I mean, adding him to an offense that already includes guys like George Pickens, who's already one of the best 50-50 ball receivers in the National Football League, and Deontay Johnson, who's one of the best route runners and get open guys in the league, along with Pat Freiermuth, who in my opinion is one of the best receiving tight ends, and Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, and then the revamped offensive line. I think adding Addison would be a fantastic get, but I don't want it to be at the expense of going and getting an offensive tackle. If Broderick Jones is there at number 17, I'm not taking Jordan Addison. I'm taking the big boy to protect Kenny Pickett, because in truth, the Steelers' receiving weapons are already pretty good, and adding Addison would just kind of be like a cherry on top. We got another $20 super chat here. This one comes from Daryl Oglesby coming in here with a $20. Appreciate it, my dude. Then we got Siglo coming in here with a $5 super chat. This is what he had to say. If the offensive tackles and cornerbacks are gone, trade back, not out of first round, but pick up a 5 or 6 rounder. I think if you trade back in the first round, you can probably get more than an additional 5 or 6. I think if first round picks, the more that you go on, the more valuable that they get. And the number 17 overall pick in the draft, I think, is worth a first rounder. So that'd be this year's first rounder doing that pick swap, and then probably like a 3rd or a 4th rounder. So I think that trade could even get better for you there, Siglo. Really appreciate it. And these super chats are just rolling in right now. We got another one coming in from Nick McDonald. This is what he had to say. If we could pick up another star in free agency and draft some solid rookies, we could be really good contenders next year for the AFC. Now, I agree with you. Now, I'm going to tell you later on in the show the 2 players that are already on the Steelers that need to really show up if they want to be successful. If those 2 players don't show up, it doesn't matter who they add. It doesn't matter what players they put around Kenny Pickett. These 2 players need to be successful next year, or the Steelers just aren't going to be contenders in the AFC. But I do agree with you. The Steelers definitely have a great foundation in place. So coming up here, we're going to get into this juicy Steelers rumors segment. Can't wait to get things going for y'all, man. And then of course, later on in the show, I'm going to be revealing those 2 X factors for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the two 2 people on the Steelers that are going to make or break the 2023 season. And then, of course, we are going to be doing the Steelers live mailbag. Appreciate everybody that has already gotten into Super Chat. And I just want to throw this out here before we start the show here, before we start our first segment, that you can put in as many $20 Super Chats as you want. You can rack up those raffle tickets if you really want, but you can go down and do that. Trizzy Trace, are you ready to get this party started, man? All right, man. So we're going to get into the Steelers Rumors segment right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Today, on today's slate of Steelers rumors, I'm going to be talking about Pittsburgh re-signing James Pierre. I want to hit that real quick. And then we're going to be going over all of the pro days here that the Steelers have attended and some rumors that have come out because of the teams that they are visiting. And then also, should the Steelers let Alex Highsmith walk? There is a certain Steelers personality that thinks the Steelers are planning to let him go. And then finally, we're going to wrap things up with some Jonah Williams rumors, and I'm going to tell you why him being traded could be good for the Steelers, even if it's not to Pittsburgh. But first, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now if you haven't already. We are the fastest growing Steelers channel here on YouTube, and that is for a reason, guys. I promise you right now, if you click that subscribe button, you love the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only thing that you're going to regret is that you didn't subscribe sooner. All right, guys, now let's get into the news. Was going to do it yesterday, put out a short on YouTube yesterday, but I wanted to address this here on the actual channel here for just a second. James Pierre, backup cornerback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, played quite a bit last season, has signed a 1-year deal to come back and play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. James Pierre is one of my favorite backup cornerback options in the National Football League, and I think that he's a really solid player. You know, like last year when Ahkello Witherspoon got hurt and Levi Wallace got hurt, and you needed to have these guys that could go in there and play quality football. James Pierre did that. He made some really, really impressive plays. He had one of the most impressive interceptions I ever saw against, I believe it was the Colts last year on Monday Night Football. He's somebody that does a really good job. He's very solid, and although he's not going to be necessarily a starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, if the Steelers get in trouble with the injury bug, he is somebody that can come in and play good football. It's good to have him back in the black and gold for 2023. Go ahead right now and like this video to welcome James Pierre back to the city of Bridges. It's liking every single video here on the channel, guys. That is a free and easy way to support the channel if you're already subscribed. It helps tell the YouTube algorithm to push our videos out to other Yinzers. So if you want to help the channel grow here, do your part. Click that thumbs up icon and like today's video. So now the Steelers attended the Iowa State Pro Day yesterday instead of the USC Trojans Pro Day, and that really stirred the pot a little bit because a lot of people were expecting Mike Tomlin and Omar to go visit USC to go take a look at Jordan Addison. But instead, they went and took a look at Iowa State and some of the prospects that they have there. Somebody that's really interesting is Xavier Hutchinson, a slot wide receiver from Iowa State, somebody that is a bigger guy. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. He's somebody that is an incredibly smooth route runner. This guy reminds me a lot, actually, of Adam Thielen. He's not going to be the fastest guy in the world whatsoever, but I think that he's a really sharp route runner. I think he's got good hands. He plays with good size, and he is a good blocker in the run game. And yesterday, it was noted by multiple media members that Mike Tomlin was watching Xavier Hutchinson particularly closely, which might tell you that the Steelers are looking to add a bigger slot receiver in this year's NFL draft. Right now, they have Calvin Austin III, who's about 5'9", 160, 170 pounds, somewhere in that range, and plain simply, that's not going to do much for you in terms of run blocking, right? On early downs, the Steelers are really going to be trying to establish a power run game. I think because of that, they're going to be trying to add a bigger slot receiver. Xavier Hutchinson, somebody that they could get maybe in the early part of day 3, round 4, round 5, somewhere in that range. He's a good player. I think he's going to be a really solid pro. I cannot wait to see what he can do in the National Football League. And if the Steelers took him round 4, round 5, I wouldn't mind it one bit. So with them going to Iowa State and checking out Xavier Hutchinson, does that mean that the Steelers are done with Jordan Addison? Are they just saying, we don't want him, we're not going to be even considering taking him? I don't think that's the case. They met with him formally at the NFL Combine. They saw him run routes. They saw him run the 40. They saw him do everything at the Combine. And plain simply, I think that they think that they have a good feel on Jordan Addison. Now, I think that they have other priorities in round one. I think they'd rather go offensive tackle, cornerback, maybe safety in round one. I think that wide receiver is kind of their last resort, and I think that they're kind of hoping he falls to them at number 32 overall. But, not attending his pro day, and by the way, it was raining cats and dogs at USC. It probably wouldn't have been a good trip to go there anyway. But I think Jordan Addison is still on the table for the Steelers, and I think they just wanted to get a better look at Xavier Hutchinson and another player at Iowa State that they might be bringing in. I'm going to reveal what that player is in just a second. But first, let me know in the comments section, would you be happy if the Pittsburgh Steelers took Jordan Addison in round one? Let me know. Hell yes or hell no in all caps in the comment section right now. Go down there. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So YouTube's going to hit you with an ad break here in just a second. When that happens, go into the comment section, find that pinned comment, and answer today's question. So for me, guys, it depends, right? It really does depend on what happens in the NFL draft, right? I think it depends on which guys are taken. Are the offensive tackles still there? Is there a cornerback that they still like there? Is there a defensive lineman that they still like there? For me, I don't think that they're going to take a wide receiver unless they feel like they absolutely have to. So I'm probably, but I think that it really does depend on who's on the board, right? If there's no good offensive tackles, no cornerbacks that I like there, and they take Jordan Addison, hell yes, I'll be happy that they take him. But if there's a player that I think can really help the Steelers in a particular area of need, and they don't take him, and they defer to Jordan Addison to take him, I don't like that whatsoever. So for me, it depends on when they take him and who's available when they take him. So the other player that I mentioned earlier here that they took a real hard look at the Iowa State Pro Day yesterday was Will McDonald IV. And honestly, guys, this guy's one of my favorite edge rushers in this entire class. It's a loaded edge class, but this guy is probably one of my top 5 guys right now. He absolutely lit up the Senior Bowl, and the knock on him is that he can't stop the run. But I don't buy that for 1 second, because at Iowa State, he was forced to play in a three-man front. Okay, this guy's not big enough to be playing in a 3-man front. He's 6'3", 236 pounds, man. This guy is an outside linebacker, and he's pretty much playing like a 5 technique, like a Larry Ogunjobi role. Like, Iowa State completely misused this guy. He absolutely got bullied in double teams, and because of that, teams think he can't stop the run. I think as an outside linebacker, which is what he would be playing in the Steelers system, I think he's going to be a fantastic talent, one of the best pure pass rushers in this year's draft class. So will the Steelers... the big rumor that came out of this is because they were taking such a hard look at Will McDonald IV, will the Steelers let Alex Highsmith walk after the last year of his contract is up here? Now, there's been rumors since literally months ago that the Steelers have been working on an extension with Alex Highsmith. It has not surfaced yet, and because the Steelers have taken kind of a hard look at some of the top edge rushers in this year's draft class, some people are starting to speculate that Alex Highsmith could be out the door after the 2023 season. Andrew Filipponi tweeted this out yesterday, kind of stirring the pot a little bit. He said the Steelers are spending a lot of time scouting edge rushers. Tomlin and Khan at Will McDonald's Pro Day. A first-round talent makes me think a Highsmith extension won't happen, and the Steelers are pivoting. I don't want defense at number 17. So coming up, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. I'm going to tell you whether or not I think Highsmith is going to get that extension done. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor at Athletic Greens. I drink AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day, and I love it. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted more sustained energy throughout my day and wanted a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. AG1 combines all of your key health products in one convenient and tasty beverage. And in my line of work, sometimes you have to put in those long hours, especially during NFL free agency. So AG1 helps me feel energized and sharp so I can be at my best no matter how busy my schedule gets. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with 12 ounces of water and drink it first thing each morning. Done. Simple. Easy. I also like that it costs less than $3 a day, which to me is pretty darn good. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality source ingredients, which is a win-win for you and your health. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplemental routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. So now talking about Alex Highsmith, I still think that an extension is likely. Don't buy into these rumors that Omar and Mike Tomlin are going to let Alex Highsmith walk. I really do think that he will be a Steeler for quite a bit. I think an extension and a long extension is going to get done because, plain and simply, the Steelers don't let go of good players that are still young, right? Alex Highsmith just had his breakout season last year. He's somebody that had 63 tackles, 14 and a half sacks last year. He's got a devastating spin move, man, and I think that he's going to be a really good player in this league for a long time. Now, the thing about Alex Highsmith is that he did have an alarmingly high missed tackle rate last season. So that's what his critics will say about him. But I think that Alex Highsmith, Omar has said it numerous times over the last couple of weeks and months, that the Steelers are really trying to get a deal done with Alex. They think that he's a really great talent. He's obviously a great pass rusher, and I think that when him and TJ Watt are on the field at the same time, this is a completely different defense and one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Now, the question comes up, what about compensation? What is the compensation going to look like? Because the Steelers are already paying the highest paid edge rusher in the National Football League, in TJ Watt, averages $28 million per season. And then you got Joey Bosa second, Myles Garrett, Khalil Mack, Bradley Chubb. They're all above $20 million at this point. That's the top 5 rank there. And then you look at the next tier, you got Von Miller making 20, and then you got a couple players down there, Landry, Jordan, Jones, and Barrett making just under 20. So if you're asking me, I would expect what Alex is looking for right now is at least 4 years, $80 million. That's what I think that he's looking for right now. He wants to be paid like a top 5 edge rusher, or top 10 edge rusher, that is, right? And I'm not sure if the Steelers really want to budge on that right now. I think the Steelers probably want more of like a 17.5 per year average salary for him. And I think Highsmith views himself as a top 10 edge rusher in the league, and he wants to get paid like it. So it will be interesting to see how these negotiations move forward, but I think that eventually they will come to a deal, whether it's $20 million per year or just below that. I think a deal will eventually get done, and it will get done this offseason. And like I said before, guys, when TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith are on the field at the same time, this defense is one of the most disgusting in the National Football League. These two guys can just get after quarterbacks. Next year, you're going to have a fully healthy TJ Watt, which should scare the living crap out of opposing offenses. Of course, you got Cameron Hayward coming back. You got some really great stuff here if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, you got Minkah Fitzpatrick and Pat Pete out there in the secondary, and then who knows who else they're going to add to this defense. I really think that this is one of the best pass rushing duos in the National Football League, and I think the Steelers know that, so that's why I think Alex Highsmith is still going to get a deal done, even though they might add an outside linebacker in the draft. So let me know in the comment section right now, should the Steelers extend Alex Highsmith this offseason? Type E if you would give him that extension, or type W if you think he's a bit overrated and he should walk. So now let's finish up this segment here, this show, with some Jonah Williams rumors here. So we've known for a while now. We've talked about it on the show. Jonah Williams, left tackle for the Bengals last couple of seasons, has requested a trade from Cincinnati after the Bengals signed Orlando Brown Jr. in NFL free agency. This is what Rappaport had to say earlier today, this morning. He said the Bengals have had trade conversations centered around left tackle Jonah Williams. Sources say as the interest heats up in the player who has 47 career starts. Williams requested a trade following the signing of Orlando Brown, and since he has heard from several possible suitors. So now Jonah Williams, man, he's somebody that's played in a lot of games. He's still really young. He's still a really good player to some people's estimation. But last year, he definitely took a dip, man. 61.2 overall Pro Football Focus grade, which was a significant dip from 2021 when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. He allowed a ton of sacks, which is not good whatsoever. Some people think that he should make a transition to guard, and I'm one of those people, actually. And because of that, because of the lack of production, because of the inherent risk that comes with getting a guy like Jonah Williams, I'm not trading for him. Plain and simply, I'm not trading for Jonah Williams. Point blank, period. I just think that the risk is too high. I'm not giving up valuable draft capital in order to get somebody with this amount of risk. Now, could it pay off if you trade for him? Sure. I mean, I guess. But I think that there are other safer options and other avenues for the Steelers to take here that don't involve giving up extremely valuable draft capital for a team that's trying to build through the draft, man. But here's something that's really interesting. I was thinking about this the other day. If he gets traded, and if he gets traded to a team that picks before the Steelers in the NFL draft in the first round, it could actually help the Steelers tremendously. I really hope that out of these three teams, this is where Jonah Williams ends up. I hope he goes to the Tennessee Titans, the New York Jets, or the Washington Commanders. These three teams all pick before the Pittsburgh Steelers in this year's NFL draft, and they all need an offensive tackle. They all need a left tackle. So I'm hoping that they're calling the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're saying, we'll take Jonah Williams off your hands, and then come draft night, they're not taking a left tackle. I think that would be fantastic. Now, I mean, that comes with inherent risk, too, that the Steelers might still be interested in Jonah Williams. The Steelers did reportedly have interest in Orlando Brown Jr. before he was signed. So I really hope that the Steelers don't make this really critical mistake because I would rather go out and draft somebody. I think that the top three offensive tackle prospects in this year's draft would be excellent fits for what Matt Canada is trying to do on offense here in Pittsburgh. Peter Skoronski is fantastic. He's my number one guy. I think he's the most technically refined offensive tackle in this year's class. Paris Johnson Jr., straight up natural at the position. He's got the body type that you look for, can play any scheme that you want. And then Broderick Jones, man, his lower half is just, he's built like a sequoia tree, man. Like, this guy is a fantastic prospect as well. Didn't allow a sack in the SEC last year. Might be a little bit more raw than the other two guys, but I think all three of these guys, if the Steelers can land one of these dudes to replace Dan Moore Jr., I think that it would be one heck of a move. And I think that the Steelers would be set up for the future to protect Kenny Pickett. All right, so that's going to do it for today's show, guys. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel here if you haven't already. If you are a real one, make sure to like the video. Really appreciate you guys. Peace. All right, so now let's get, is this a new super chat here? Oh, let's go. We got a bunch. All right. So we got $20 from Jordan Zilla. Really appreciate you, dude. You got 10 raffle tickets to win that Kenny Pickett jersey. We got another one here from Damon. Is this a super chat? It wasn't a super chat. Okay, so we got one from Sean S. getting in the mix here. Brian Brzee or Deontay Banks at 17. And Siaki Ika or tight end Michael Mayer at number 32. I doubt Mayer's there at number 32. I think Darnell Washington would A, be a better fit for the Steelers, and B, I think he's more likely to be there at number 32, to be honest with you, Sean. And then Deontay Banks. I'm not a big fan of Brian Brzee personally. No, he's a great talent physically, but you look at all these Clemson guys on film, none of them look very good. Trenton Simpson is a guy that's extremely raw, in my opinion. Brian Brzee is extremely raw as well. Miles Murphy looked a hell of a lot better in 2021 than he did in 2022. I'm not big into any of these Clemson defensive guys, and I would much rather take Deontay Banks at 17. And then if I had a choice between Siaki Ika or Michael Mayer at 32, I am taking the Hawaiian Mountain himself, Siaki Ika, to be that run stuffer for the Steelers for years to come. We got a $20 super chat here from Ben Mills, who says, how many TDs you think George Pickens gets this season? I want him on my fantasy team. I think it's going to be more than 10. Now, if Matt Canada wises up here and he targets George Pickens like heck in the red zone like he should have more than 10. He's one of the best 50-50 ball receivers in the league. He should be one of the best red zone guys in the league. And I think this next year he's really going to bloom into the superstar that he can become. He is fast. He is a good route runner. He's already one of the best 50-50 ball guys in the league. I think he's a star in the making. I think that's going to show in his sophomore season. Then we got a $5 super chat from Gerald Crawford. And he says, at pick 32, do the Steelers draft linebacker or defensive line? I think it depends who's on the board, which guys they like, which guys are higher up on their board, just like it is with every pick. But I think what's more likely is linebacker. I think that Jack Campbell, coming out of Iowa, is the best inside linebacker prospect in this year's draft class. He's got the instincts, he's got the size, he's got great agility as well. He's a sound tackler, and he had the highest pass coverage grade of any linebacker in college football last year, with guys like a Landon Roberts and Cole Holcomb being more of like that blitzing, aggressive type linebackers. The Steelers need somebody that they can trust in pass coverage. Jack Campbell is that dude. He's probably not going to be there at number 49. So if you want to take him and he's available at 32, that's where you got to take him. So to answer your question here, Gerald, I would say linebacker. Then we got another $5 super chat here from Corey Hess, who says, do you think DJ will continue the no TD streak or have a big year? I think that he's going to have a relatively big year. I mean, what happened to Deontay Johnson and having no touchdowns in 2022 was something that we just don't see very often, man. Like somebody that has that many yards, that many catches, somebody that gets open that much, not having a single touchdown, it is maybe the biggest outlier I have ever seen in wide receiver statistics I have ever freaking seen. So he's going to get touchdowns next year. He's not an elite red zone threat because he doesn't have the size or the hands like a George Pickens. So I think that he'll probably have less touchdowns than George Pickens next year. But when it comes to yards, when it comes to catches, when it comes to the value that he provides to the Steelers offense, particularly on third down, his value cannot be matched, man. All right, so we're going to have a mailbag here in just a second here. We do a weekly live mailbag here on Steelers Talk. And to get a question on that mailbag, use hashtag Steelers along with your question, or you can super chat. And today, guys, there's a ton of super chats. So if you want to get your question, if you want to make sure that you get your question on today's show, make sure that you super chat. And again, we're doing a special promotion today. So not only do you get your question on the show, but you get raffle tickets to win well, not a free because you're paying for it, but you have a chance to win a Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey. There's already a ton of people that have bought tickets. So get in on the action now. We're having a party here on Steelers Talk. Somebody's going to be walking away with a Kenny Pickett. We have 131 entries right now. Oh my goodness, man. We are loaded right now. But here's the deal, guys. $5 is gonna get you to the party here. One ticket gives you that one chance. If you want to increase your chances here, you gotta up the ante here. $10 for 3 tickets or $20 for 10 tickets. And again, you can send in as many of these super chats as you want. So if you want 100 tickets, man, send in $200. If you really want to flood the market here, you can really flood the market if you want to. Really appreciate everyone that super chats. Right now we are at $210 in total super chat revenue. Let's keep moving that up, man. We're just one segment into this show right now. We're already at 210. And here's the deal that I made with producer Triz today. If we get to $250 in super chat revenue, so we're $40 away. Once we get to 250, that will be a Steelers Talk Live record for the most super chat revenue. And Trizzy Trace is going to wear the Terry Bradshaw bald cap for the rest of the show, man. And he's got it. You want to show that off,
hey,
Triz?
It's right here. I know that I would look good with 5 head. I know I would look good with 5 heads. So if you guys want to see it, if you want to win a jersey, you know what to do.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Get those super chats in. We're having a party here on Steelers Talk. And let me tell you right now, that cap, I've worn it here on the show, it's not comfortable. It is hot. It is itchy. And I mean,
this is the best you're going to get until we get that number. You can get a preview, but this is the best you're going to get. That's the thing. And also, you know, with the super chat tickets here, you could send $40 and get yourself 20 tickets and get this hat on. So yeah, I'm just saying, it's pretty doable.
Also, guys, at the end of the show here, I got the Steelers Talk live board here. If you want to get your name on this, if you want to get it on the front, $10 or more, okay? If you want to get it on the back, $5. So I think that's a great deal. Get your name on the sign here. So we're going to be doing that at the end of the show. We got a $20 super chat again. Robert, I don't even know how to say this, man. Robert Sadler, another $20 super chat. But Matt Hyde, also a $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Matt. He's an OG. He's a friend of the show. Really appreciate you tuning in, Matt. Number 17 pick, I believe, will be Addison. Now, I think that if there's certain players there, Brian Branch, for example, all 3 of those offensive tackles we talked about, that's going to be the pick. But if all of those guys are gone, it wouldn't surprise me if the pick was Addison. Now, I think that there's definitely guys higher up on their board. Oh! Austin Turner! Let's go! With a $50 super chat. So
bang! I'm putting this on.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Austin, you are. Look at him.
There we go.
Look at him.
There we go.
Look at that mane.
It's a good look.
I love it.
It's a good look. I look like my grandpa.
Austin, thank you so much, my guy. A $50. So let's give him. So that's 220. So that's 20 plus a 10. So let's do 23 raffle tickets.
23?
For my
Cool.
man, Austin Tardif. I appreciate you, my guy. What a. Oh, man, that's your first super chat too, my guy. I really do appreciate it. Welcome into Steelers Talk Live. We got another 20 here from John Sennett. We're going to pull your super chat up in just a second, John. Oh, my goodness, man. We are already up to $302
Also,
in super chat revenue.
shout out Robert, the 20. We skipped it.
Oh,
over
yes,
this
yes.
one. We skipped over
Robert
this one on
Sadler, this
accident.
is what he had to say. If they draft tight end early, then in my opinion means they put Freiermuth to second string. So if they draft a tight end early, what I think that they'll do is run a lot of 12 personnel. For a lot of for the people that don't know what 12 personnel means, that means 2 tight ends. So I think they'll have Freiermuth in there as more of like the receiving option, kind of like that Travis Kelce role almost. And then you have like a guy like Darnell Washington, like that big blocking type tight end that could just deal out some punishment in the run game. It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, especially because if they don't get a wide receiver, right, to play the slot on that or on those early downs, they might just have Calvin Austin III not play early downs, and then they'll have 2 tight ends, and they'll play with 2 tight ends. I think that'd be a smart move if you're Matt Canada. And I think that if they draft tight end early, I don't think there'll really be like a first string, second string situation. I think there'll be 2 guys that get relatively the same amount of playing time. Then we got Not Webb's World here, coming in with another $2 super chat here, who says, trade the 32 for another first to go get a left tackle. I wouldn't mind this whatsoever. Now, the thing is a team, I think it has to be 32 and then, so you're saying trade 32. No, okay, so 32, and it's probably going to take like a 3rd round pick as well to move up. I'm not sure if teams in the top 15 are going to be willing to do that. I mean, if they do, they're suckers. That's what I'll say. I really hope that it happens. But I think that the more likely scenario is they trade from 17, like they trade the 17th overall pick and like a 2nd or a 3rd round pick, move up a couple of spots to go get their guy. I think that's the most likely scenario. And it's probably, and the only way that happens is if 2 out of the 3 guys that they like are already off the board. They feel like there's only 1 guy left that they would take at left tackle to replace Dan Moore Jr. And I think that would be fantastic. I think that if they traded up and got their guy, it would be worth it. All right, guys, now we got a $20 super chat here from John Sennett, who says, we address the O-line in free agency, use the early pick for a DB. So the Steelers have a couple of early picks. They got 3 top 50 picks this year, so they've got quite a few. A DB, if it's Brian Branch, somebody that can play literally any position in the secondary at the NFL level, I say go ahead and do it. If it's a cornerback, I would prefer to get one in the 2nd round. Reason for that is there's so many good corners in this year's draft class, guys. You got so many guys that are going to go on day 2 that are going to end up being Pro Bowlers, that might even end up being all pros. Garrett Williams from Syracuse is a guy that's probably going to go round 3. Really good player as well. You got, I can name a bunch of players. Julius Brents, Deontay Banks, Cam Smith, Kelly Ringo. You got all these guys that are going to be there in the 2nd round that have really high upside, or they're just really good players. Clark Phillips from Utah is another really good player. Now, I think that for the Steelers, if you can get that offensive tackle there in the 1st round, or if you can get a guy like Brian Branch, or maybe like a Jordan Addison, I don't know. That's what I would use that first pick on. I just feel like you can get a better value for the cornerback pick in round 2, because I think there's going to be some damn good cornerbacks there on day 2. And I feel like using that pick on a cornerback on day 1 is just not taking advantage of how deep this cornerback class is. So we got a mailbag coming up here in just a second. We already have a ton of great questions to answer on today's show. If you want to get your, we got another 20. We'll get to it in just a second, but so if you want it, we have a ton of super chats in right now, guys. So I would say probably the more likely scenario is if you really want to get your question on today's mailbag, go ahead, put in a super chat. $5 is going to get you a raffle ticket to win a Kenny Pickett jersey. $10 is going to get you 3 tickets. $20 is going to get you 10 tickets. All right. So not only do you get your question on the mailbag, and I get to answer it here for you on the show, but you also get a chance to win a Kenny Pickett jersey here at the end of the show. We already have a ton of super chats flowing in. 322 super chat revenue so far. 93 likes. Before we start this mailbag, guys,
we got to get to 100.
We got 166 people watching. We got to get to 100. We got to get to 100 here before we start the mailbag.
Hey,
all right?
Spare Dog, by the way, do you want to take a guess at how many entries we have so far?
350?
We're not quite at 300.
We're
still in the
yet?
100s. We're close to 200, though. We're close to 200.
190?
184.
Oh!
Dude.
All right, guys. Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be competitive. Whoever wants it better send some in.
Man.
Whoever wants it better buy some tickets.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, right now, the market's getting flooded. If you want a shot at this jersey, you're going to have to put in some money here probably. Really appreciate everybody that's already gotten in. We've already broken the Steelers Talk record for Super Chat revenue, and we're not even into the second segment, guys. We're starting a party here on Steelers Talk Live, and we're just getting started. All right, guys. We have that Super Chat, right, that we have to pull up? So, actually, we'll pull it in the segment. Yeah, so Austin, yours is going to be the first question here on the Steelers Talk mailbag. Let's get into that mailbag right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Today I'm answering all of your burning questions surrounding the black and gold. But first, before I get into today's awesome questions, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have been growing like crazy, guys. We added over 1,000 new subscribers last week. We are now the fastest growing Steelers channel on YouTube, and that is for a reason. So if you do me a favor right now, click that subscribe button. I promise you will not regret it. Let's get into today's questions. First one comes from Austin Tardif, a $20 super chat. And he says, trading back in the first to 21, grab Branch. Trade back from 32, take Washington. Trade up from 49 and grab Trenton Simpson. So the 3 players that you mentioned here. Brian Branch. I like Brian Branch a lot, man. He is a Swiss Army knife. Out of all the players that I have evaluated for the NFL draft in my young career, the only players that have been as versatile as him are Minkah Fitzpatrick, like Isaiah Simmons, and like the list is incredibly, incredibly short, man. And I think that grabbing a guy like Branch and putting him with a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick would do wonders for an already really, really good Steelers defense. So I'm all the way on board getting Brian Branch there in the first round. Then trade back and get Darnell Washington. Love that as well. Bringing in a blocking tight end to pair with Pat Freiermuth, I think would be a really good move. Now Trenton Simpson. I think that he kind of stinks at football, if I'm being completely honest with you. He's got all of the things that you look for physically. He is rocked up, giggity, and then he's got bad instincts on tape, man. Like he's always in the wrong gap in run protection. Like he's got slow instincts in zone coverage. He doesn't stick with receivers well in man coverage. He's a decent blitzer. I'll give him that. He hits hard. He's kind of the kind of guy that like has the mentality of a Steelers linebacker, but there are so many other linebackers in this draft class that I would rather take. Jack Campbell, Dion Henley, Dorian Williams. There's a bunch of good linebackers to choose from. Personally, I'm not the biggest Trenton Simpson guy. Now, next up comes another one from Austin Tardif here, who says, I really want that jersey. I know you do, Austin, man. You're starting to flood the market too, man. Really appreciate you. For those of you that are watching this at a later day, we are recording this during our Steelers Talk live show. So we're actually giving away a Kenny Pickett jersey. So if you're watching this, it's already too late, but appreciate the support, Austin. Next question comes from Dominic Schrader, who says, worst case scenario, all 4 options at tackle are gone, top 4 corners are gone, and Branch. No Cansey or Addison. Do we trade back or best player available? Trade back. 100% trade back. Get some more draft capital. Find somebody that actually fills a need, in my opinion. There's some guys that they could take there. Lucas Van Ness, if Nolan Smith from Georgia's still there, they could take an edge rusher if they really want to. But personally, if I was Omar Khan, and I was in a scenario where all the good offensive tackles are gone, all the cornerbacks are gone, no Cansey or Addison, I'm trading back, getting a little bit of a haul, getting an additional pick, and then drafting according to my board and what this roster needs heading into 2023. Next question comes from Steeler Nation, who says, should Steelers trade their first for Marshawn Lattimore and the Honey Badger? No, they shouldn't. I think this defense is already really good. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is arguably the best free safety in the National Football League. They have one of the best pass rushes in the National Football League. I think this defense is already really good, and I think that first-round pick would be better spent elsewhere, whether that be getting a guy like Broderick Jones, getting a left tackle, whether that be getting a guy like Brian Branch, whether that be getting a guy like Jordan Addison. I think that this pick could be better spent getting some younger talent and getting some of those rookie contracts. Next question comes from Dan the Pitt fan, who says, was re-signing Larry Ogunjobi the right decision given the amount of D-line talent in this year's draft class? So I think that this one's a tough one because I like Larry O. I think he's a good player, but like he wasn't fantastic last season. Now, he's always dealt with injuries. He's constantly hurt, and that's another reason why someone could argue that this wasn't a good signing. But, I think that time will tell when it comes to this signing. If he stays healthy, he can be one of the best 5 techniques in the National Football League, and at about $10 million per season, 3 years down the line, that looks like a steal for Omar Khan. But if he keeps getting hurt, if he keeps underperforming because of those injuries and he continues to regress, then it looks like an overpay, and it doesn't look good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let me know in the comment section what you think about Larry Ogunjobi right now. Was re-signing Larry O the right move for the Steelers? I know that this is a contentious point in Steelers Nation, so let me know in the comments right now. Type Y for yes or N for no. This is the pinned comment on today's show. So here's the deal, guys. YouTube, they're going to throw an ad break at you just the way it is. Might as well take advantage of that time. Go in the comment section, answer today's question. Next question comes from Robert Sadler here, who says, if they draft tight end early, then in my opinion means that Pat Freiermuth moves to second string. So I think that when it comes to this one, I don't think that it would be a situation of first string, second string. I think it would be 2 players getting a lot of playing time. We know for a fact that Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, Matt Canada, they're trying to build a power run game in the city of Pittsburgh right now, smash mouth football. And a good way to do that is to go into 12 personnel, which means 2 tight end sets. So if you get a guy like Darnell Washington, you can have that road grading type blocking tight end. That's also a pretty good receiver, by the way. And you can have Pat Freiermuth, who's more of a receiving tight end, keep defenses on their toes, force them out of those nickel packages, force them into their base formations more often. And I think the Steelers can control the pace of the game a little bit better. So I would say it wouldn't be a situation of first string, second string. I think that would be more 1A, 1B. Next question comes from Siglo, who says, if we pick up an offensive tackle in free agency, we're going to get a cornerback or strong safety with the first pick for sure. And with 32 pick, that's defensive tackle or defensive line. I would tend to agree with that. If they address offensive tackle in or in free agency, that is, if someone like maybe a Devin Witherspoon falls to the Steelers at 17, which isn't impossible, even though I think that would be a steal at 17, but man, Devin Witherspoon would be a great Steeler, brother of Ahkello Witherspoon, actually. Really great player. But, I mean, there's a ton of good players. They could take Joey Porter Jr. there in the first round. They could take Deonte Banks if Joey Porter's already taken. Like, I would really love Brian Branch. If they're going to take any defensive back in round 1, it would be Brian Branch. That would be my number 1 pick because I don't think Witherspoon or Christian Gonzalez gets to you at number 17. But I think that cornerback, strong safety would be good there. And then in second round, defensive tackle, D-line. I think it depends. I think they're really going to be looking at Jack Campbell. If Jack Campbell's there at number 32, I think they'll probably take him because they need coverage linebackers right now. Like, that's one of their major needs after free agency so far. So I would say definitely defensive tackle and D-line, outside linebackers. Well, they will get addressed this offseason. Just not sure if it's going to be that early. Next question comes from Steeler Sam, who says, with Minkah and KZ both usually playing the free safety spot, who will end up playing strong safety if the team doesn't sign or draft one this offseason? Now, this one's a tough one because he's right. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Devontae KZ usually only play free safety, and right now they're the only 2 starting quality safeties on the Steelers roster. Now, it makes more sense to go with Minkah Fitzpatrick at strong safety. He's a little bit bigger, right? But the thing with Minka is that the reason why he asked for a trade out of Miami is because Brian Flores and that Miami Dolphins staff wanted him to play box safety, strong safety. And he knows his skill set. He knows that he's a free safety. He's a ball-hawking free safety. He's the best at it in the National Football League with the possible exception of Budda Baker. But, I mean, you look at DeMonte KZ, he's only 174 pounds, man. That's not the size of a strong safety in the National Football League. So it's looking to me like if they don't add a strong safety, it will be KZ at free safety with Minka Fitzpatrick playing more of a strong safety role. But I'm not sure if what I think will probably happen is they'll probably do more 2 high safety shells, and they won't really bring Minka in to the box too often. It'll probably be more like cover 2, cover 4, cover 6, where Minka is still being Minka, playing deep, all that kind of stuff. But I really think that there's a chance that the Steelers add another strong safety here this offseason, whether that be in free agency or in the draft. But let me know right now what you think in the comments section. Will the Pittsburgh Steelers add another safety this offseason, or do you think they're set? Type 1 if you think they will add another safety, or type 0 if you don't. Next question comes from Nat Websworld with a $10 super chat here, and he says, hasn't been a lot of Kalijah Cansey talk. Is D-line still a concern? Because I like Thule out of USC. I'm biased a little bit because he smacked that guy at the combine. You didn't pull up my other question. Did we not pull up the other question? Oh, we did pull it up. Okay, so hasn't been a lot of Kalijah Cansey talk. So the reason for that is I think that they were targeting Larry Ogunjobi to play their 5 technique this year, and they ended up getting him. They re-signed him. So after that, Kalijah Cansey, unless you want to convert him to an outside linebacker, which at this point he's just too big to be an outside linebacker at 280 pounds, there's really nowhere to put him on the D line for the Steelers unless you want to bench him, which I think is extremely unlikely. I don't think that they will use a first-round pick on someone that they're going to bench. I don't think they pay Larry Ogunjobi what they pay him if they don't intend for him to start. So Kalijah Cansey, one of my favorite players in this year's NFL draft class, but likely won't be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Next up here comes from Ben Mills, $20 super chat, and he says, how many TDs do you think George Pickens gets this season? I want him on my fantasy team. If I'd have to pick a number, I'm going to say 12. I think that he's a really good player. I think that he's going to become one of the best red zone threats in the National Football League. And, I mean, as he showed last year with his downfield catches, I mean, some of the catches that he made were just absolutely incredible. I think that he's going to, I hope, Matt Canada targets him more in the red zone this year, and he ends up getting double-digit touchdowns. He's certainly talented enough to get that number. All right, guys. So we got a $10 here, $10 super chat from Daryl Oglesby. Really appreciate you, my guy, getting that $10 super chat in there. And Yinzers, go ahead and like this video right now if you are a real one. We've made it to the end of this week's mailbag. Really appreciate everybody getting their questions in. If you made it to the end, that means that you are a real one. You are a true Yinzer, a real friend of the show. So identify yourselves right now by clicking that like button and do your part to help out Steelers Talk Nation. All right, man. We got a bunch more super chats, don't we, Trizzer? Do we have a lot more super chats that came in during that segment?
We went through them.
Oh, I got you. All right, so let's
We didn't pop this one up because there wasn't a question. I was going to pop it up at the end, so that's my fault. So Robert, shout out you for that 20-piece during the segment.
Appreciate you,
man. He wants that jersey.
Another 10 tickets.
He said, Austin, I'm challenging you. I want that jersey.
Guys, we're $8 away.
Do y'all want to see?
From $400.
I'm not going to spin the wheel yet, but I just want y'all to see how full this thing is because this is incredible. This is truly incredible. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, man! Look at how beautiful that is.
Look how full.
Look at that.
Look how full this is. And look how many people are on this thing.
Trizzer, I want to ask you right now while we're at a break.
What's up?
How does it feel? How does that cap feel, buddy?
I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't breathe well.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
It's less itchy than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be way itchier. Very itchy.
Give it a second.
I'm sure it'll hit me. I said it.
Is it hot though? Are you sweating a little bit?
You know what? I'm not going to the gym today. I can tell you that.
I tell you what, though, man, you're looking pretty sexy with that thing
hey,
on. Bring that thing home, all right? Bring that thing home.
Bring it on, I might have to take this, and you guys might have to get a new one.
Trizzy, have you ever heard of peacocking?
Dude. Of course. Of course.
That is the ultimate peacock.
Of course I've heard.
You walk into a club with that thing on, it's like a babe magnet.
Absolutely. Hey, I should wear this to the club, to the gym, to wherever. I'm single as shit.
Yes,
Might
sir.
As well.
Might as well, man.
Also, just a reminder, we have some super chats to hit. We're doing a raffle. Sperry, tell them all about it.
Dude, we got a Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey that one lucky person's going to win. We got a wheel like with 200 slots on it right now. And right now you can win or you can purchase raffle tickets via Super Chat. $5 is going to get you to the party, get you that 1 out of like 200 and whatever chance right now. But if you really want a good chance at winning that jersey, you're going to have to up the ante here. So 3 tickets for $10, 10 tickets for 20. All right, so if you want a chance to win that Color Rush jersey, you can maybe even get a little bit of a bargain here. Put in another $20 Super Chat, and we would greatly appreciate it. Right now we're at like $407 in Super Chat. We're almost doubling the Steelers Talk Super Chat revenue record. So congrats to all of you guys, man. And we still got another segment to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how crazy this is going to get, but I know that this is going to live in infamy as one of the best. One of the craziest Steelers Talk live episodes ever. Austin Tardif with another $10 Super Chat. Appreciate it, my guy. That is another 3 raffle tickets for you. Oh, my goodness. $5 Super Chat as well from Gary Reynolds. Let's go, Gary. Let's go.
Woo!
My guy, So, Triz, you weren't here when we gave away the title of King Yinzer.
Okay.
But Gary was right there in the thick of it. So, I have a feeling that Gary's not done here with just that one slot.
So Gary's going to he said, I want to try my luck. But then here in a little bit, he's going to say, I'm going to get it in.
I sincerely appreciate it, Gary. You're one of the friends of the show, man. Really do appreciate your support. We're going to be getting in just a second to the next segment, our last segment of the day. I'm going to be letting you guys know 2 Steelers that are going to make or break the Steelers season. It doesn't matter who they draft, doesn't matter who they bring in from now on. These 2 players need to succeed next year or else the Steelers are in trouble. But if they do well, the Steelers are going to be good not only in 2023, but in years to come. We got even more.
Brad Swag just had a question. He said, I really want my question answered, so I got it.
All right, Rad Swag, we'll get you in here. What's stopping us trading the 32 and next year's 6th? Oh, I want to get this right. What's stopping us from trading 32 and next year's 6th for the 25th and get Addison there and then take Banks at 17 and Darnell Washington at 49 to play tight end and left tackle? Washington's not playing left tackle, but let me see if I got all this. No, okay, so I think I got it now. You're not moving up in the first round with number 32 overall and then a 6. Like, you're going to have to move up, probably add another 4th round pick in there, 5th round pick in there. I don't think that's what they're going to want to do, but it's definitely an interesting idea moving up to get Jordan Addison. If he gets to like that 25, 26, 27 range, he's still not picked. Like, I wouldn't hate it whatsoever, especially if they've gotten their offensive tackle there in round 1. I would absolutely adore that move from Omar Khan to trade up for Jordan Addison. If you've already taken care of left tackle, bringing in Kenny Pickett's favorite college receiver, that could only be good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Having 2 guys like Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, 2 elite route runners, along with a deep threat like George Pickens and then another safety blanket at tight end with a guy like Pat Freiermuth, that offense is scary as all get out, man. So I really think that I think this is a good idea. I don't think no team is going to trade back for just an additional 6th because 6th-round picks rarely hit, to be quite frank with you. So they're going to want like a 4th, probably a 4th or 3rd round pick to move down from that spot. But I like the idea, Rad Swag. All right, so coming up here, I'm going to be telling you guys 2 X factors that are going to essentially decide how well the Steelers do in 2023. I'm going to get a quick drink of water here. Triz, you want to give some shout-outs?
Hey, so shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us. Frank Campbell, he's been hanging out, getting the chat going all day. Gator Girl, Rad Swag, CM Punk, one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid. Frank Campbell, Mary Cortis, Caleb, Frank, Austin Tardif, obviously. Daryl Oglesby, obviously. John Davis, not Webb's World, obviously. I mean, this has been a good crew. This is the best, man. These Yenzers, they know how to party, man. We got 137 people watching right now. 113 likes. Really appreciate everybody that's in the chat right now. Let's get into this next Steelers segment right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk Yenzers. My name is Jack Sperry. I will be your host today. Today, I'm going to be revealing the two Steelers that are going to make or break the Steelers season in 2023. It doesn't matter who they draft, doesn't matter who they get in free agency. These two players are going to decide the fate, in my opinion, of the Pittsburgh Steelers, not only in 2023, but for the years to come. So before I reveal those two names, I want to set a little bit of a foundation here, because the Steelers have a very good foundation in place, in my opinion, guys. They have an excellent head coach, in my estimation, in Mike Tomlin. Now, I know some of you don't like Mike Tomlin. I personally do. I think that he's extremely effective. I think at the very least, you have to say that he wins in the regular season. He gets his teams to a competitive level year in and year out, really like Mike Tomlin as a head coach. And then, of course, they have elite defensive talent as well. You got guys like TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Minkah Fitzpatrick. All those guys, year in and year out, are candidates to make the All-Pro team. Like, you got four guys like that, your defense is going to be pretty good. Plus, they've added guys like Pat Pete. They might be even adding some more really good players via free agency and the draft. So your defense is really, really good. And then also, you have enough offensive weaponry for you to be a good football team, especially with that defensive talent. Guys like Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth, and of course Kenny Pickett should be enough to get the job done for you, not only in 2023, but for years to come. You've got some really great young talent. You've got good veteran presence as well. You got good leadership in the locker room. There's no reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers shouldn't be good in 2023 and really compete for an AFC North title, even though they share this division with the Cincinnati Bengals, and we know how good they can be as well. First X factor here for me is Kenny Pickett himself, the quarterback, entering his sophomore season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Kenny Pickett, man, I think that he's a really good player. I think that he's got a bright future. I'm going to be breaking down his pros and his cons, what might hold him back in just a second. But first, let me know in the comment section, will Kenny Pickett be a top 10 quarterback in 2023? So that'd be quite a bit of a jump. That's approaching star level right there. Will he make that sophomore leap? Type Y for yes or type N for no. This is the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break, go out into the comment section, find that pinned comment. It'll be right there at the top, and answer today's question. So obviously, guys, we know this. Kenny Pickett, he's entering his second year as an NFL quarterback. This year's going to be crucial for him because, man, he's not getting any younger, man. He's getting older. He was already an older quarterback when he got drafted. And the thing about older quarterbacks is that their leash is a lot shorter. You need to be able to play in the National Football League and fast. And the AFC right now, to be frank as well, is just too talented to just be okay at quarterback. Kenny Pickett, in order for the Steelers to have success in this league, they need to have some really good quarterback play. And if he falls short of that, guys like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, if he stays in Baltimore, Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills, Justin Herbert, man, he's going to be so good for so long. And then, of course, Aaron Rodgers is expected to join the New York Jets this offseason. This isn't even counting guys like Trevor Lawrence, right? Maybe Russell Wilson returns to his old status with Sean Payton as his head coach. Maybe Deshaun Watson gets back to his old self. We don't know, man. This is a loaded conference right now, and Kenny Pickett needs to show up if the Steelers are going to be good heading into the future. In just a second here, I am going to let you know the pros and cons of Kenny Pickett's game, what he needs to improve heading into his sophomore year. But first, make sure that you are subscribed to Steelers Talk for daily Steelers content here on YouTube, guys. We got it all. We got NFL mock drafts. We got player analysis. We got free agency analysis, breaking news coverage every time the Steelers make a move. We are the most comprehensive Steelers channel here on YouTube. We're also the fastest growing.
added over 1,000 subs last week. We're doing a fantastic job here at Steelers Talk, and that's because of you guys. So do me a favor right now. If you're new to the channel, haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button for me right now. So the thing with Kenny Pickett is I think he has the potential to compete in the AFC. I think that he has what it takes to become a Super Bowl level quarterback in the National Football League, and this was evidenced by what he showed me last season. Now, I was a bit skeptical on Kenny Pickett when he came into the league, but as the season went on, he really grew on me. This is the stuff that I like in Kenny Pickett's game. He showed at the end of the year that he is extremely poised in the biggest situations, and he can deliver game-winning touchdowns against good defenses, man. Like, this guy's a clutch performer. He's got ice water in his veins. He's not scared of the moment. And that really, guys, like, you can have all the talent in the world. You can be a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who has all the talent in the world. Some people say you're the most talented thrower of the football ever. Won Super Bowl championship because he just can't get it done in the playoffs. I think Kenny Pickett is the type of guy that can get it done in the playoffs, just like Big Ben Roethlisberger did throughout his career. And then playmaking ability. Some of his best reps on film last year, guys, are outside of structure, outside of the pocket, making plays, on the run. He throws a fantastic ball on the run. This is definitely a strength of his, and it's probably his greatest strength, and one of the reasons why he can certainly be a franchise quarterback. Then he's got pretty darn good accuracy, man, to all levels of the field. Deep ball accuracy in his first couple starts was really a concern, but he really, really ramped it up. He was really accurate to the deep part of the field in the later portion of the season. Really encouraged by that, and I'm excited to see if he can keep that accuracy going heading into his sophomore season. Then also, he's a great leader. He's the type of guy that you want leading your locker room and being the face of your franchise. That's another thing that I really like about him. And then again, that second half improvement was major. He was throwing interceptions. He was making poor decisions. He wasn't processing, shifting coverages, all these different things. But he improved drastically by the end of the season, where he led this team on a great winning streak and almost landed this team in the playoffs. I really think that he can be a good quarterback in this league, but two things can be true at once, guys. That really can. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. There's a lot to like about Kenny Pickett's game. I just detailed the things that I really like about him. But on the other hand, it's also my job to let you know what I see on film and the negatives that I see and the things that he can still improve on as he heads into his sophomore season. And there are some things that he definitely does need to work on, but I think they're relatively fixable. The thing that's going to be the toughest thing to fix is the pocket presence. Now, pocket presence can be the difference for some of these guys in the league, like Derek Carr. Terrible pocket presence, has never been able to get to that next level from good to great. Jared Goff is another guy. He needs a clean pocket in order to operate. He doesn't like pressure in his face. Neither does Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett leaves clean pockets. Like he does some things where he doesn't step up in the pocket too. Like this is a serious concern. And if he doesn't fix it, he might not be able to reach that great level. He can probably be a good quarterback with the way that it currently is, the way it was at the end of last season. But if he wants to really become like that all-pro, Pro Bowl level quarterback that's constantly doing it over the next 2 decades or, decade and a half, whatever, he's going to have to learn how to step up in the pocket, maneuver the pocket, feel pressure, because right now it's not necessarily good enough to be like that highest caliber of quarterback in the National Football League. Then throwing over the middle of the field versus zone coverage. Big time issue with me, guys. Like when it was zone coverage, he would almost exclusively look to the outside. And this is one of the main reasons why Chase Claypool just didn't have a whole lot of production when he was with the Steelers last year, is because he was in the slot and he was running in-breaking routes at a time where defenses were usually running mostly zone against Kenny Pickett, and he just wouldn't throw it there. Now, he did get better at this as the season went on, but he still needs to take some steps there, because targeting the middle of the field is extremely important when it comes to getting to that next level and being one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. And then there are some arm strength limitations, okay? Like he can't make every throw in the book. Like he's not a Trevor Lawrence. He's not an Aaron Rodgers. Okay, that's not who he is, but that's okay. He needs to master the game a little bit more than some of these other guys with really powerful arms. He's going to have to really get the footwork down. He's going to have to get the mental processing down. He's going to have to improve his pocket presence, because plain simply, he just doesn't have as much wiggle room as some of these other guys that can buy time for themselves with their arms. Like Kenny Pickett is about a league average arm, maybe slightly below average. And, although it's enough to get the job done, he can be a starter in this league. He needs to master some of the other elements of the game to really ascend to that top tier in the National Football League. So at the end of all of it here, this is where I'm at with Kenny Pickett. I believe Kenny Pickett has what it takes to be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback in this league with the right help. If he has a good run game, if he has good receivers around him, a good offensive line, a good defense, and a good head coach, this guy can win a Super Bowl for you because I think that he's got ice water in his veins. He's a clutch performer. He's not afraid of the moment, and he can deliver big throws in the biggest of moments. I'm not sure if he's the type of talent that can carry a team, like maybe a Trevor Lawrence will be able to in the future, like an Aaron Rodgers has had to do, like Lamar Jackson has had to do, like a Mahomes could probably do, like Joe Burrow. Like there's some of those guys that can literally carry a team. But I don't think Kenny Pickett's that guy. I think the Steelers are going to have to do a good job surrounding him with talent. If they do that, I think they give them one hell of an opportunity for Kenny Pickett to have an extremely successful career that gives him a chance to hoist multiple Lombardi trophies throughout his career, even in a loaded AFC. Now, the thing is, guys, Kenny Pickett is not going to have success. This team is not going to have success unless Matt Canada steps up his game moving forward. Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, plain simply was just not very good as an offensive play caller last season, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think right now before I get into the details of Matt Canada and what he needs to fix about his offense. Give me your confidence level in the guy right now. Scale it 1 to 10. Right now, I'm at about, I don't know, a 5 or a 6. I like the fact, I'm going to tell you the things that I like and the things that I'm hopeful about here in just a second. But, I mean, based on what it was like last year, it just wasn't very good in my opinion. Get your answer down in the comment section for me. Here are my issues with Matt Canada and his offense. He uses a ton of outdated concepts, like a ton. Like this offense exists in 2010. Like this is a basic offense in 2010. Like this is not good enough when it comes to NFL football when you got the Shanahans running loose, Sean Payton running loose, Andy Reid. I mean, you got so many great offensive minds that are just doing their thing. And then you have Matt Canada that's running an offense that's literally a decade old. And it just doesn't work anymore. Teams have already figured out how to beat these kinds of concepts. And I just think that it needs a major, major upgrade and some serious modernization. And then the play calls are too simplistic and predictable. There was multiple teams last year that said that they knew what the Steelers were running before they even snapped the football. That is unacceptable. You have to have versatility in your sets. You have to have certain formations. And you have to run multiple plays out of those formations because if you don't do that, if you run only one play out of a certain formation, teams are going to find that on tape, and they're going to exploit it in the game. That happened multiple times with multiple different plays for the Steelers last year. Need more versatility in their sets. And then finally, the offense never really hit a major stride in 2022. Yes, it got a little bit better towards the end of the season, particularly on third down. But remember the Raiders game? Remember how terrible the offense was for almost the entire game? I mean, Derek Carr played maybe the worst game of football I've ever seen in my entire adult life. And they still almost lost. They needed a heroic final drive from Kenny Pickett with that awesome moment to George Pickens there for the touchdown to save it. And plain simply, the offense just wasn't good enough. You look at the Super Bowl, extremely high-scoring game, even with two pretty darn good defenses. In order to win a championship in this league, particularly in a high-flying AFC conference, you need an offense that can put up 30-plus points a night. Okay, on any given night against any certain defense. And plain simply, like the Steelers struggled to get to 20 last year. And that just can't be the case. They need to improve heading into 2023. And because of all these three things, Canada needs to evolve. He cannot go with the same offensive structure that he had in 2023. He just can't. He needs to evolve. He needs to get better. He needs to introduce some more modern concepts, and he needs to adapt. Now, it seems like the Steelers are attempting to do some sort of adapting. Now, last year, the Steelers shifted to more power run schemes towards the end of the year, and it really seemed to work. Najee Harris really seems to be a natural power back, and I think that's where they're shifting to now. You look at the signing of Nate Herbig and Isaac Seumalo, two excellent power blockers. I think that shifting to that power run scheme is going to be something that's really, really good for the Steelers moving forward. And I think that's going to be pretty sustainable for the Steelers trying to bring that smash mouth level of football back, that blue collar football back to the city of Bridges. Then you got Kenny Pickett, who had some really great second half improvements. And now he has an entire offseason with his guys to get better, to work on his footwork, to work on his mental processing, all this stuff that he needs to improve on. He has a full offseason with his guys to get better. And I given the improvement he made in the season, I have all the confidence in the world that he's going to be able to do that in year two. And then finally, the offensive talent here is pretty darn good. Deontay Johnson, some Steelers fans give him a bad rep, but he's one of the best route runners in the National Football League. He catches a ton of balls. He gets a lot of first downs for the Steelers. Of course, you got Pat Freiermuth, George Pickens, Najee Harris, and of course the revamped offensive line, the picket fence, as people are starting to call it. I really think that the offensive talent is enough here to make it work. Now that last factor is going to be, can Kenny Pickett get it done and can Matt Canada get it done? Those two factors are going to decide how good the Steelers are in 2023. So my final conclusion here, after this long ramble, this long rant here essentially that I've been going on here, is that Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada are the catalysts for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If one of these guys or both of these guys can't figure it out next year, this offense isn't going to be good. Plain simply. They have the pieces around them, sure, but if Canada doesn't improve his offensive structure and Kenny Pickett can't elevate his game to become a really good player that can compete with some of these star quarterbacks in the AFC, the Steelers just aren't going to be able to compete for championships. That's just the flat truth of it. And I really am optimistic. Now, Canada, I'm a bit more worried than I am about Pickett. But I think if both of these guys get their shit together here, this team's going to be really darn good in 2023. So let me know in the comments section, how confident are you? Will the Pittsburgh Steelers be a Super Bowl contender in 2023? Type hell yes or hell no in the comments section right now. Can't wait to see how confident you guys are in your Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Like I said before, guys, we are the fastest growing Steelers channel here on YouTube. That is for a reason. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. Try it out for a week here. If you don't like the stuff that we put out here, you can go ahead and unsubscribe. But I promise you guys, spend a week here on Steelers Talk. Join our family here of awesome Yinzers. You're not going to want to leave. All right, guys. We've made it to the end of our segments here. All right, so we got some super chats here that came in, trying to get some of those final tickets, some of those final slots here, Trizzy Trace. So we got a $20 one, another one from Austin Tardif, man. Really appreciate you today, Austin. You've been one hell of a contributor today. Give me that jersey, and he's won that jersey right now, man. I'm actually thinking right now. Okay, so this is what I'll say, guys. Right now, we are at $467 in Super Chat revenue. If we get up to 600 here in the next, let's say, 10 minutes, I'll give them 10 minutes. If we get up to 600, the Super Chat MVP today is going to win a Steelers mini helmet. All right? So that's the thing, guys. $600. So here's what we're going to do. Right now, we're about $150 away from $600 in Super Chat revenue. If we hit $600, the person with the most Super Chats, so the most total Super Chat revenue, is going to win a Steelers mini helmet. Because I would hate for somebody to put in a ton of money and not win anything. So, if we can get up to $600 in 10 minutes, I'm going to set a timer right now. Get up to 600. The person with the most Super Chats is going to win a Steelers mini helmet. All right. So clock is running here. Proof. Clock's running. And by the way, guys, in 10 minutes, that's when we're doing the raffle. All right. So we're going to give you 10 minutes here. Trace and I are gonna hang out a little bit. Get those Super Chats in if you want to get some more raffle tickets. Only one person's walking away with that Kenny Pickett jersey. Right now, the market is flooded.
Hey.
Like, you're going to have to get a boat to travel around in this flood now.
It is not too late to get in.
You got 10 minutes.
Too late.
You got 10 minutes now.
10 minutes.
Come on. Every $20 you send in will be good for 10 raffle tickets. So if you send in 200, you're good.
You're good.
And you're probably getting a Steelers mini helmet.
Yeah. You're more than likely. Yeah.
More than likely. If you send in 200, good Lord, you'd be a Steelers Talk legend if you sent in 200.
Facts.
Oh my goodness! All right, so let's get to some of these super chats here. Nicholas Harmon goes, I've been rooting for Kenny since he beat Penn State and Clemson. Yeah, man, I think Kenny, being somebody that went to the University of Pittsburgh, and then gets drafted to the Steelers, works out in the same building that he worked out in college. Like, it's just, he's such a good dude too. Like, I want him to succeed so badly. And, as an objective analyst for the NFL, I have to tell you guys certain things that he didn't do well last year. But I think that there's a ton of really enticing and promising things in his game. And honestly, I think he's going to have a really good year in 2023. Next up, we got a first-time super chatter here, $5 from Yurza1 Alpha. Appreciate the $5, my guy. He goes, have to apologize like others, was upset when you took over, but you have grown on me. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm not going to lie.
Clap it up for Sperry. Clap it up for Sperry in the comment section. Type JS for Sperry.
I appreciate you guys. I mean, over the last couple months, I have just developed some really great relationships with all of you guys. The real ones that show up every single day, watch the videos. I mean, it takes a real commitment to watch every single video, and the guys that do that, you guys are the true real ones. And I mean, seriously, like the first couple weeks here, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, it was a little rough. It was a little rough, man. Like the comment section, people were missing Tom, and rightly so. Tom's a great host, but man, I came in here and I dedicated myself to this endeavor. And I mean, the relationships that we've cultivated here over the last couple months have been really the experience of a lifetime. So
absolutely,
really do appreciate everybody. Thank you, Yurza Alpha. You are a real one, man. All right, next one, $10 super chat from Not Webb's World, another one of our MVPs today, someone that's always in there. I have a dream. Pittsburgh pairs Darnell with GP. Kenny gets Addison, and Minka gets Branch, and Paris and DeWan are on the same line. This could happen, but we'll need to dip into, is there more to that? Next year's draft capital, probably. Yeah, Not Webb's World. I mean, I think it's severely, highly, highly unlikely. Okay, yeah, into next year's draft. I think it's highly unlikely that they trade up for 3 first-round picks this year. And honestly, this isn't the draft class that you want 3 first-round draft picks in. I mean, this is kind of seen as kind of a less talented draft class, and giving away future draft capital. I mean, next year's draft class is supposed to be bloody fantastic, man. So we got Chase Sr. from the 49ers report checking out Trizzy. Yeah, I know. We're having a party here on Steelers Talk Live, man.
I know.
That's right.
Hey, we should do a jersey raffle. We should do a jersey raffle.
$500.
All right, man. So now Webb's World, I know you have this vision, this dream that they're gonna get 3 first-round draft picks. I'm telling you right now, don't get your hopes up. Don't hold your breath, brother. All right, if it happens, it's cool. If not, don't get too upset. Next, we had another $10 super chat from John Sennett. What do you think about trading up for Branch?
He's so good.
I wouldn't trade. He's so good, but I wouldn't trade up for him. I wouldn't.
Honestly, I feel like he could be at your pick.
I think so too. Mel Kiper Jr. didn't even have him in the first round in his latest mock. Yes.
Are you serious?
Mel is off his fucking rocker.
Dude. Oh my God.
Brian Branch is one of the best defensive back prospects I have ever evaluated. And Mel Kiper's like, nah. He's a day 2 guy.
Dude,
but hey, if that happens, you know who has the first pick of the second round? The
Pittsburgh
Steelers, baby. So let's actually hope that happens. Let's hope that all 32 NFL teams are stupid enough to let him get to the second round, because we're sprinting that card up the minute that day 2 opens up.
Yeah, for sure. Not Webb's World with yet another.
Oh my gosh, another raffle ticket, Not Webb's World. Don't you have enough, buddy? Oh my goodness. If this was the last week, your booty would be on fire with these supers. Oh my goodness. Trizzy.
Yep.
So last week we didn't have a great super chat week. We only made like $30-something, and but here's the thing. I had a plate of hot wings here ready to eat, and I said for $20 or $50 or whatever I did.
Every wing.
I would pop one in, and then we also had a wheel where there was one slot with the extra spicy shit.
Oh no.
And I didn't have to eat a single hot wing. So I escaped that day. And
You escaped your living hell.
And what he's saying right now is that if this happened last week, I would be dead.
It would be bad. It would be bad.
There's not enough milk in this entire world.
Yeah.
That could suffice.
Robert Doc Holliday. Is this Doc Holliday from Tombstone? Is that the reference? Because
I love it. Robert Sadler, man, another one of our MVPs.
It's
today.
elite.
I think that Robert might be that MVP today. We're less than $100 in super chats away from 600. Okay, once we
Who
get to
says no?
Who says no?
Not me. Not Jack.
Who's walking away with that Steelers mini helmet today, man?
Come on. I know one of you Yinzers wants that helmet so badly. Because here's the thing, if one of you don't get it, I'm taking it home. So...
And he's not even a Steelers
I'm
fan,
not
guys.
Even a Steelers fan.
Like, we can't let him have it.
Make it happen.
I mean, guys, this is for a good cause. All right,
it's not just money to go in our pockets.
You're buying yourself a greater chance at walking out of today with a brand new Color Rush jersey with Kenny Pickett's number and name on it, baby.
Well, and on top of that, the super chats go to help bring in new people to the chat sports squad, help build new studios, new equipment and stuff. So it goes right back into giving y'all more content. So it's not just money in our pockets. It's going right back to getting y'all more content. But Ben Mills says he needs an upgrade from his Swede jersey.
Oh, yes you do.
Yeah.
Yes you do, my friend. I don't know how many tickets you got, Ben, but I mean,
you're in it.
Best of luck to you, man.
You got a shot.
Best of luck. We got 5 minutes left on the clock here.
5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes. We just passed the 5-minute mark. We're at $532 right now, guys. So we're less than $100 away from somebody not only walking away with the Super Chat MVP, getting that Steelers mini helmet. I could sign it for you if you want. Triz can sign it if you want.
We can get all the autographs on there. I know you want Sperry's autograph.
We can get Chugs as well if you really want.
100% got to get Chugs.
We know we missed Chugs.
He's a legend. But Snowman, $20. Will the Steelers sign Odell Beckham Jr.?
No, I don't think so. That's kind of the rumor going around. Is that like 1 year, $12 million? Would the Steelers do it? I don't think so. I think that they're kind of looking for more of like a bigger slot receiver, if anything, because, I mean, sharing the sugar between Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, Calvin Austin III, and OBJ, somebody that you know is going to want to get the football and get it a lot is going to be tough. I think you would rather bring in like a solid veteran like a Jarvis Landry, somebody that's not going to be demanding the football too much but can still provide some of that run blocking support, or get a guy like Xavier Hutchinson like we talked about earlier in the show, bigger slot guy that's a rookie, and he's not going to be demanding too many touches either. So I think that that's probably more the move. Dan Orlovsky can run his loud mouth as much as he wants. He can write as many articles on how to treat a woman as he wants.
That's so funny.
OBJ is not going to be a Steeler, guys. I hate to break it to you, Snowman. If you were getting your hopes up, I'm sorry, man, but good Lord. Okay, so we got even more super chats rolling in here. We got Tad Martin.
Got you on the wheel.
With a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, Tad.
We got you on the wheel, Tad.
We got you on the wheel. And here's the thing, guys. Hopefully some of these guys that have put in super chats haven't left the chat, because you got to be here by the time that we spin the wheels, because we got to get your shipping information here at the end of the show. And again, in order to be eligible to win, you have to be subscribed. So if you're putting in this money to win this jersey, and it turns out you're not subscribed to the channel, sorry, you need to be subscribed. It's a requirement. 2
easy things: super chat, subscribe.
Super chat, subscribe, then you get the jersey if it lands on.
Sorry about it. Not Webbs. He with the $10 for you, Sperry.
Guys, we are at $542 in super chat revenue. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get up to 600.
Come on. $60 gets us there. A
$60 super chat.
A $40 super chat gets us there.
Yeah, $40
gets us there. A $40 super chat after Tyler.
$40 super chat will get you 20
raffle tickets. A $30 super chat will get you there.
Let's go, guys. We're getting there. Come on. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. Come on. You know what? If we get up to 600, I'm gonna extend the clock too. I'm gonna set another clock. We're gonna keep this show going until they stop flowing in. All right. So Triz and I, we're gonna be here.
Hey, we're gonna be here for a while.
As long as it takes. All right. So if we get up to $30 more here, $30 more in super chat revenue in the next 2 minutes, we're gonna stick around for a little bit longer. Michael Stevenson with a $10 super chat, first time super chat. He goes, Witherspoon or Joey Porter Jr., Harrison and Henley would be an amazing start to the draft. Anton Harrison, I feel like the Steelers don't necessarily think of him as a high-end prospect. He's more of a zone offensive tackle, and the Steelers, I think, are trying to establish more of that ground-and-pound power run scheme. The knock on Harrison is that his play strength isn't as good as it could be. So I think that they're going to be trying to find someone that's a bit stronger, someone that can affect the line of scrimmage a bit more. And Henley, really like Henley. He's a little bit older, but man, he's an athlete and he can play ball. And then, Joey Porter Jr. or Witherspoon, if one of those guys fall, I would love it. James Yoder, oh, come on. Our boss, James Yoder, just got in the chat here. And he said, can we show his first here?
Yeah, we can go to his.
Can we go to James's? He says, go Browns. Put boo in the chat right now. Boo!
Let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers.
It's here we go Steelers.
Here we go Steelers.
No, here we go Steelers. Here we go. Here we go Steelers. Here we go. Here we go Steelers. Here we go. Appreciate the $5 super chat, James Yoder. And James, you have entered the raffle.
Giveaway. James can get the jersey.
Guys, I might be getting this jersey here if James wins this for me. No, we're not gonna. Nah. All right, Okay, so let me see here. So we got a $20 super chat from Tyler Watkins. He says, "Need me a KP jersey. How do you feel about trading down? If there's no first round grade prospects for the Steelers at number 17, all of the offensive tackles they like, all the cornerbacks are taken, like all that stuff, that's when you trade down. But I think that there's going to be somebody, because I think that there's a couple positions that the Steelers would be willing to draft. Offensive tackle, maybe wide receiver, maybe a safety. But at the end of the day, I think the Steelers are going to stay put. And I think they're probably more likely to trade up than they are to trade down. Appreciate the $20 super chat, Tyler. We got a $10 from Austin Tardif. Another one, man. Like, he just keeps getting in there. Like, he
wants that jersey.
He has flooded the market today. He wants it bad.
It's so bad.
Him and Robert Sadler.
It's going to be one of them.
It's going to be close.
If I had to take a guess.
Everybody's got a shot, but Austin Tardif and Robert Sadler,
they got a lot of chips.
They've got a lot of slots here.
Tad
again.
Let's go. I forgot to put up the first time super chatter sticker for you, so I'm going to include on this one, man.
I appreciate you, man. Another $5. Got to get that black and gold drip, baby.
Got 5 on it. Let's go.
I love it, Tad.
Let's go.
I love it, Tad.
How much time we got left? How much time we got left?
2.5 minutes.
Come on. 2.5 minutes left.
2.5 minutes, guys.
Who wants a Kenny Pickett jersey?
One more $20 super chat, and we're extending this stream by another 15 minutes.
Come on.
Let's keep it going.
Who wants another jersey? Who wants to hang out that much longer?
And guys, the longer.
Bam!
Let's go!
Austin wants to hang out. Austin wants to hang out. That's what I'm talking about.
My boy Austin.
That's what I'm talking about. And just for that, I'm giving you 2 extra entries.
Let's go!
Because he delivers when we ask.
My guy Austin Tardif has shown up today for Steelers Talk Live. Another what? 12 entries?
That's 12 entries for Austin for that one.
What does this wheel look like right now?
Let me put these in and I will show you, because it's pretty funny.
Okay, we are resetting the clock here. 15 minutes for another $100. So we can get another $100 in 15 minutes. We're keeping it going. Another $10 super chat. Let's go.
Hey, $50 for a Pennsylvanian to come on and shotgun a happy dad.
Okay, so Chase Sr., host of our Eagles and 49ers show, said $50 super chat. He will come on and he will shotgun a happy dad for you.
He's a Pennsylvanian.
And he's a Pennsylvanian.
He's a hometown
He's an
kid.
Eagles fan.
Ah!
Line it up! Line it up! Let's go! All right, Tad Martin with a $50 super Tad! Give him 23 entries.
How many does Tad get?
23 entries.
23 entries for Tad. Tad, I hope you won a jersey, man, because you're getting your name in here quite a few times. 23, you said?
Oh!
Whoa!
They keep coming in!
They won't stop! They won't stop!
$15, $25 away from even more time here on Steelers Talk Live. Let's keep it going. No, we're ordering. Yeah. We got Will Scott from Dolphins today. Are you tall enough?
Yeah,
Are you tall?
I'm in my conservaries right now.
Yeah.
I'm in my conservaries on my team.
Appreciate you, Will.
Man.
All right, guys. This has been a legendary episode of Steelers Talk Live.
I'm in my conservaries.
We got Chase Sr.
Is that the only one that
from
came out?
Eagles Now here. Pennsylvanian is going to do a happy day. He's going to shotgun it for you.
Gotta love Primanti Bros, by the way. Primanti Bros, corned beef, elite. I'm from the 6'10", though.
All right, here we go. Doesn't he look short, guys? And he's not short.
I gotta get my Kanzuris out.
Yeah, he needs to get the Kanzuris out now.
For all my Yinzers.
Chug!
Oh, chug!
Chug!
Oh! Oh,
Control
man!
Alt deleted that beer!
Dude!
We gotta get to 1,000.
Come on, we gotta get to 1,000.
Guys, we got...
We gotta hit 1,000. If we can get to, we're 25 away. If we can get to 700, I'll do a beer bong. I'll do a beer
Eagles
bong.
now would get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh!
Guys, we just
Shots
got
are
challenged.
coming. The shots are coming.
We just got challenged.
50 for another.
Okay, so if we get another $50 super chat, Chase is going to eat his words there, and he's going to shotgun another one for
Real
you.
quick, AFX, I'm sorry that I'm a producer and I have a job to do, man. This is just part of it, brother. It's just part of it. Shout out Robert Sadler for the 10-piece and also Nicholas Harmon for 5.
Nicholas,
We're
appreciate
getting
you
this
guys.
going, man. We're getting this going.
That's right,
They
Nicholas.
said we couldn't get to 1,000, so we're going to get to 1,000.
Hey, F the Browns. F the Browns. F the Browns. F the Browns. F the Browns.
Hey, Sperry,
Oh, we got
Boss Man
my
James
we got Boss
Sperry.
Man James in here.
Sperry, you dropped something.
No, get out of here! Goodness gracious, man.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What?
I mean, this is getting kind of wild.
This is getting nuts,
This is getting
man.
wild. This is getting wild.
$25 away from adding another 15 minutes to the stream here.
Hey, and then if we get there, I'm going to do a beer bong. We got to get... Dominic saying slow shotgun. Dominic, that's not true. That's just not true. Just simply not true.
Oh my goodness, man.
Chase.
You know what? Everybody at home that's watching, all 102 Yinzers in the chat right now.
Do we want to slash these prices? Try and get one quick push. You want to slash some prices, or we want to keep it going? What are we doing here? Because we got to get some more tickets and entries. Have y'all seen this wheel?
If you get to 700 in 2 minutes, you have to put this on.
I have to put that on?
Yeah.
All right, so we got my shirt here.
We got there! Oh, wait, we're 5 away.
We're 5 away. Let's go now, Webb's World.
5 away.
Tad Martin! Bang! Let's go! Tad! Woo! Chalk up another 23 entries.
I'm getting a beer. Tad, last one, boys. Got to put it in the bag. Man's hands now. In the big man's hands. I can't even read. Woo!
We got 30 more. You just bought 15 more minutes of Steelers Talk Live, Tad. Let's go. And guys, I'm just going to say it. We're about $50 away from adding another 15 minutes. Okay, so not Webb's World. Says here, Cleveland Steamers fans in the comments mad because their team chose Dookie Brown as their team colors, man. F the Browns. Seriously, man. Talk about a poverty franchise. They got a sex offender as their quarterback. They spent all that guaranteed money on that quarterback. I mean, like, come on. I mean, Jesus. I mean, okay, so we got Eagles Now host Chase Sr. here. Tad, you bought another shotgun here. He's going to be coming on the show. I'll tell you what, guys, if we get to $800 in Super Chat here, Abby's going to come on and is going to slap me with a tortilla. All right, so if you want to see Abby slap me with a tortilla, get those Super Chats in.
Is this Tad again?
This is Tad again.
Tad.
My brother. Let's go. Chug, 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 chug. Let's go! Woo, man. Man, we're going in deep here.
Sperry.
Bonk. What's up? What's up, Abby? I didn't see you walk in.
How much?
We got Giants. We got our Giants now. It's Marshall Green coming in, giving me a fist bump.
How much for the tortilla slap?
So if we get to $800 in total, we got Trizzy Tracy's
Trace.
coming in right now. Let's go. Let's party up.
Get Tyler Jones.
Party on. Let's go.
That was really fast, Trace.
Guys, we're at $746 in Super Chat Rev. Once we get to 800, Abby's going to slap me in the face.
800.
We're going to do a tortilla slap. Abby is my desk mate here at our office here in Dallas, Texas. And she's got some pent-up annoyance
Yeah.
that she wants to
I have to sit next to Sperry all day, every day.
It's
Could really use
really
a
a
tortilla
burden.
slap. You've been
Really a
better. I
burden.
will give it to you, though.
Better.
You haven't aggravated me
Better,
as much.
guys. She says better.
No.
Guys, we're going to be hanging out here for at least the next 27 minutes. Once we get to 800, though, not only do you get a tortilla slap, Abby's going to come in here and slap the crap out of my face, but we're going to add another 15 minutes to the chat. Let's have a party here on Steelers Talk, man. Let's keep it rolling.
I have to add some names, man. I got to add some names to this wheel.
All right, so Tad, last one, boys. Got to put it in the big man's hands now. Appreciate you, Tad. Thank you for being a real one here, putting in, I don't even know how many entries he has, but you got a real shot at this, man. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for the... Yeah, 23 for 50s. All right, man. Woo! It's been one heck of an evening, man. Let's talk a little NFL draft here, Trace. Pass the time a little bit. Get those Super Chats in if you want to get it up to 800. But who do you think is going to be the first overall pick in the NFL draft? Right now, get in the comments section, get in the chat, let me know. Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud? Who's your guy? Okay, so Trace is actually going to make that a weigh-in. Get in there right now. Tell me right now, C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young going number one overall to the Carolina Panthers. C.J. Stroud at the Ohio State Pro Day met with the Carolina Panthers today. Apparently, they've had multiple conversations. He's going to be doing a top 30 visit. Oh, Dominic says slow as fuck, Trizzy. Not true. Oh, my goodness, man. But get in there. I'm going to do some shout-outs here. CM Punk says Bryce Young. Chris C says Stroud. Damon, don't know how to say that last name, Damon, but C.J. Stroud. Rad Swag says Stroud. Chris C says Stroud. Tyler Watkins says Anthony Richardson. Give me a break there. Give me a break, man. And then we got Ronnie Lewis, C.J. Chicken Noodle Soup says he's a real one. Appreciate you, Chicken Noodle Soup. Then we got Caleb Ebel going Bryce Young. Lincoln Seibel, appreciate you, my guy. Friend of the show, C.J. Stroud. Tad Martin, have a weird feeling that Richardson is going to be a great player. He might be. Richardson is one of the most intriguing quarterback prospects I have ever evaluated because the highs are really high, but man, the lows are pretty freaking low. It really is. But I think that he has the foundation to be a really, really great player in the National Football League. Richardson, I really like his pocket presence and pocket movement. I think that he has some really nice dimes, like the arm talent that you can see it. Now, the footwork gets in the way of the accuracy. Like the accuracy is not good. It's just not. And I think a lot of that is tied to his feet and his footwork just being absolutely atrocious. He's not in line with his back foot and his hip ever. And, I mean, good Lord. Like, he has some work to do. He's not going to be ready to play next year. It's the same thing with Malik Willis this past year. He's not going to be ready to play. If you throw him out there, he's going to suck, and people are going to call him a bust. So if you're a team like the Detroit Lions or maybe even the Seattle Seahawks, you have a couple years to groom him, to build up that talent. It could really work. He could be one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the National Football League someday. He's that big of a talent. You saw it at his pro day. He's got serious speed. He can run away from linebackers and even DBs, some DBs. He's that fast at that size. He's a faster version of Cam Newton. The big thing with Cam Newton is he only had one season where he was accurate enough to play at an MVP level. Is the same thing going to be for Anthony Richardson? I guess we'll have to see. C.J. Stroud, my thoughts on C.J. Stroud is I think that he's got the highest floor out of any of these guys. Like Bryce Young, I think is the number one overall guy, and that's who I would take. But the simple reality is, man, he's tiny. He is tiny. I mean, 5'10". He's just a little bit taller than Kyler Murray. And unlike Kyler, who does a really good job at avoiding big hits, Bryce Young doesn't do that. Bryce Young took so many big hits at Alabama. I'm surprised he didn't have a major injury. I think in the NFL, when the guys are bigger, when they're faster, I think one of these big hits are going to take him out for a season possibly. And, I think he's going to be one of those guys that always takes the big hits, and he's always going to get injured, and I'm worried about that. That's the serious concern. C.J. Stroud is more safe, where I don't think his pocket presence is that great. I think when he's under pressure, he's not nearly as good. I think he has some decent escapability in getting outside of the pocket at times, but moving from within the pocket, that pocket maneuverability, I just don't see it with C.J. Stroud in his game. I think that he's a decent mental processor. He's got good accuracy. He can throw balls with touch. He's got a really good arm. I mean, he threw it just as far as Anthony Richardson did at the Combine, so I'll tell you something. I think he's a good player. I think the way I would describe him is he's a more athletic Jared Goff or like a Dak Prescott. And listen, man, for one of these franchises drafting in the top 10, getting a Dak Prescott or Jared Goff is going to be freaking worth it for them. And, I think that's where he's at. I don't think he's going to be necessarily an MVP candidate throughout his career, but I think he's going to be a solid player. And, it just comes down to, do you want to take the chance on Young, who might be injured his entire career, or do you go with the high floor guy in Stroud? Personally, I would take the risk in Bryce Young. I think that his feel for the game, his ability to see things happen as it happens, problem solve in the moment is really, really special. His movement skills and his arm talent is really special as well. Could be better with footwork, in my opinion, but I think that he's a really special talent, and if he stays healthy, he's going to be a really good player in this league, in my opinion. What is your thoughts on this, Trace?
I like Stroud. I like Bryce Young. I think they're both quality players, but at the end of the day, I think that you're also better off with Kenny Pickett over either of them, in my opinion.
Well, I'm not.
I like Kenny Pickett more than I like C.J. Stroud. I like Bryce Young. I just like how polished Kenny Pickett is. He has the tools to be as you said earlier in today's show, he's got quality.
He's got
NFL
the mental
piece.
quality
Yes.
too. Like that's something that you really look for in a franchise quarterback.
It's hard to find that too, especially in a rookie. Especially in a rookie.
There's not many quarterbacks in the National Football League, like in an NFL game on the line, season on the line, that can deliver game-winning drives. Kenny Pickett did it multiple times in his rookie season. So, I think if they put enough talent around him, the Steelers are going to be good for a long time. Really think that's going to be a good thing.
Also, really quick, I'm putting in the link to our Browns stream. They're live right now talking about Elijah Moore and whatnot.
Oh, no.
So go type F the Browns.
F the Browns.
Here we go, Steelers. Yinzers. Just go blow up their chat. Make them annoyed.
Hey,
it'll be hilarious.
Hey, check.
I have the stream pulled up. I'll give you a shout out.
What is So we have the stream.
I have the stream pulled up. I'll give you a shout out.
Go to the Browns stream right now. Say F the Browns. We'll give you a shout out.
Also, while you do that, you want to see the wheel?
I want to see the wheel. Let's see what.
See the wheel?
Let's see how many slots there are. Oh my gosh, I can see the
315.
315 slots.
300. Draft Cannon, Rad Swag, all in there. Lincoln is in the chat. Dang. Good stuff, guys. Good
Hey.
stuff. Way to blow them up. Way to blow them up.
So, oh my goodness. So we got the Brown stream going right now. They're talking some mad shit about the Steelers right now. They're saying that there's no way we get to 1,000.
No, they don't think we do it. They don't think we do it. But here's the thing. I know we do it. I know we can do it.
Guys, if we get up to 1,000, what should I do if we get to 1,000?
Man, I mean, I know I'm at least going to do another beer bong. I'll do another beer bong for sure just for the
You know what? I'm going to do it. If we get to 1,000, if we get $1,000 in super chats and we show it, if we shove it in the face of Matthew Peterson, I'm going to go shirtless on the show.
Hey, you heard him. You heard
Trace,
him.
you with me?
I'm popping the top.
Good, we're popping them. All
We're
right, if we get to
popping
1,000 in super chats, we only got 89 viewers right now. I'm sure everybody that's in right now has already got slots, but
Yeah.
hey, man, if we get up to $1,000 in super chat revenue, I'll take my shirt off.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll get wild.
I'm a skinny bitch, man, but you know what? I will bear it on camera for you guys.
It'll get wild. It'll get wild.
If that's something that you want.
Dominic, he's over here hating on all the chugs that have been going on today. Dominic, how about you do a shotgun or chug a beer?
Hey.
DM the video to me and then we can talk.
Yeah, do that.
Dominic.
Dominic.
I'll show the video.
Get
We
your-
can talk, and I want to see how fast you are, my
Get
guy.
yourself a beer.
Yeah.
Send it to me or Trace.
Yeah.
I know you follow me on
Yeah,
Twitter.
here,
You can
send
DM it to
send
me.
it to Sperry. Send it to Sperry.
Send it to me.
I'll put his Twitter. on.
We'll see what you got.
Yeah, we'll put it. We'll show it. We'll show it on screen. But if you're about that
He
life,
says it'll be slow as.
yeah, if you're about that life, then.
All right, guys. So right now we got 17 minutes left on the clock. If we get to $800 in super chat, so about $55 away here. Abby is going to come on here and slap the crap out of my face with a tortilla. She has some pent-up anger from this week that she really wants to expel. And we're going to keep it going another 15 minutes if we get to 800, okay? So really appreciate everybody that has already super chatted. We've got a bunch of slots here on this wheel. Somebody's going to walk away with a Kenny Pickett jersey here from Chat Sports. We really appreciate everybody that has gotten in there. Right now, I would say a $5 super chat, honestly, doesn't help your chances a whole ton. I would say if you really want to make a dent, it's got to be like 20, 50, or 100. If someone sends in a $100 super chat, we'll give you...
We're gonna do something wild. We'll get the whole crew.
How many tickets?
We'll get the entire Chat Sports crew.
Yeah, we'll get the entire Chat Sports crew to
just
come
for
on
you,
here.
and we'll chant your name.
And
we
we will chant your name if you send in a $100 super chat. Plus, we will give you 50 slots.
Yes.
We will
get
give you 50 slots.
entries.
50 tickets
50 entries.
for a $100 super chat.
And I'll go ahead and say it, since I'm the one putting the slots in. If there's an $100 super chat that comes in, maybe a few extra ones find their way in the entry. I'm just saying. I'm putting them in. So.
Hey, Drizzy, why don't you send something in production here and
Okay.
see if anyone's willing to do some drinking or something here on.
Yeah, I'm also happy to help out with the drinking
for
as
some
well.
50s.
I'm happy to drink as well for some 50s.
All right, guys. We've got only two 50s in so far. You get 23 tickets for a 50 piece. Actually, I'm going to up that. For a 50 piece, you get 30 tickets. For a 50 piece, you get 30 tickets to win the Kenny Pickett jersey. Plus, we're going to get some people to do some drinking for you. And this is
Guys, look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh, look who just
Look
walked
who's here.
in. It's our boy Chugs.
Chugs.
Get the chugs in the chat.
Chugs.
What's up?
You like it?
It looks good on it.
Yes,
Thank
it does.
you.
It actually
Thank you.
does. You look
Thank
like
you.
Einstein. You look like Einstein.
I look like my grandfather, honestly.
Good on you, man.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Jim.
Trizzy, how hot is that in there?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating like a horned church.
Has it started itching
I'm
yet?
sweating like Deshaun Watson last year right
Oh! Oh! Let's go! Dude, how low do you have to be as a franchise?
to go trade for Deshaun
You're
Watson.
cheering for somebody that has over 30 sexual harassment allegations. And like they're bringing their kids to training camp saying, "Will you please sign my kid's jersey?" Like what? I mean, I don't mind them cheering for their team. It's their team. but for actively like buying his jerseys, going to go see him, taking pictures with him, getting his autograph. That just shows you how rank the Cleveland Browns franchise is.
It's just brutal.
Type F the Browns in the chat right now. Sorry guys, oh my goodness, this has been one hell of a stream. And right now, we got 14 minutes left to get to 800. Oh my goodness, dude.
Hey, so we're less than 60 away from 800. I saw Tad asking how far are we from 1,000. We are at $746.
So
260,
about 260.
About 260.
That would do it.
We'll call it there.
And both Trizzy and I are going to go shirtless.
Tad.
We are going to get everybody.
Tad.
Is Tad going to make a move?
Tad. I know you're lurking. Tad.
If Tag makes this move, man. Oh my goodness. You know what, Tag?
Tad.
You know what, Tag? If you get us over the limit there, if this super chat is over 250, I'm sending you that Steelers mini helmet.
Yeah, the helmet's yours.
I'm sending
the helmet is yours.
Like it's yours.
You
okay?
and you get the entries for the
and you get all those entries for the Kenny Pickett. So I mean, it's up to you. You've already done a great job today. No pressure whatsoever, man.
Hey, I see the Browns report is in the chat. So can we get the here we go Steelers, here we go. Here we go Steelers, here we go. Here we go Steelers, here we go. I mean, get him in the chat. Get him in the chat. We got to get this chat bumping. We got to get it bumping. Did we forget Jim Brown's history off the field? Oh my God!
Oh my God!
What?
Tad Martin!
Bang!
Let's go! Anthony Fuller. This is King Yenzer. Anthony Fuller is in the chat.
The King! Oh,
we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
Tad, dude. My God, $100 super chat.
What are we supposed to do, man?
Oh my God.
Tad.
We just added another 15 minutes to the stream.
Tad. That was elite.
Tad, man. You are a G.
That was elite, man.
We also got a couple more in there, actually.
We do.
We'll get to yours, Mo Love, here in just a second. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Anthony Fuller with a $20 super chat, getting those 10 raffle tickets for himself to win that jersey. But listen, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of people that have spent a lot of money here. And man, I'm going to feel bad about some of these guys walking away with nothing, man.
Hey, it's the price of doing business sometimes.
It is?
Unfortunately.
You know what, man?
The price of doing business.
No matter what, we're going to go through here. No matter what happens, if you have spent over $100 today, we're gonna put your name on the front of our Steelers Talk Live sign here, guys. We're going to do that for you. And then, of course, the Super Chat MVP is going to get that Steelers mini helmet today.
How many do you want in for Tad's 100-piece?
100-piece.
Want to go
50.
50? Okay.
We'll put 50.
All right. Give me 1 second.
So, Tad, you got another 50 entries. Oh, my gosh, man. This wheel is going to be insanely, like, you're not even going to be able to see, like, the individual slots by the time this is done. By the way, we need Abby in here. We need Abby to slap my face. So we're going to get Abby in here. She's going to slap me with a tortilla real quick. If we get to $1,000 in Super Chat, so we're less than $120 away from 1,000, Trace and I are going to go shirtless for the remainder of the stream, and we're going to get everybody that's available out in the Chat Sports office to come on camera and and chant your name, all right? So what's it going to be, guys? We got 84 people watching. We got His Highness Anthony Fuller in the chat. All the real ones are here right now, man. I love it. Love spending this time with you guys. You guys are the best group of Yinzers out there on YouTube. You guys are the best. Really do appreciate it. And, man, we're having a lot of fun here on Steelers Talk Live, baby.
This is getting outrageous. All right, so we are currently in, I'm just going to put this out there. We're currently at $888. 112 gets us to 1,000.
Guys, if we get $112 in the next 27 minutes.
Can we get to 1,000?
We're going shirtless. We might even get some of the other guys in the chat sports office to go
Can
shirtless.
we hit 1,000?
And like, oh my gosh.
We gotta hit 1,000.
Like if we get to 1,000, that would be, we'd be joining an elite club too. There's only a certain amount of channels here at Chat Sports that have reached that kind of number.
Oh, it's an elite group. It's an elite group.
Like it's an elite group, guys.
It's our big hitters.
If we can do
only.
this together.
It's only the big hitters. So we're big hitters out in Pittsburgh, aren't we?
Hey, let's actually get to Mo Love's super chat
Gotcha,
here. I want to give
gotcha.
some love to Mo Love.
Mo Love. He sent in a super sticker.
Yeah, he did. Yep. So he sent in. Anthony Fuller! Bang! Let's go!
$12 away from
$12 away!
We couldn't do it!
Let's go!
Come on! Let's get to 1,000!
Anthony Fuller! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! You are my goodness! Oh!
Come on! $12! Come on!
If we get just
Come on!
if we get just another $20.
Come on!
Super. Ah! Let's go! Oh! 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 My God! No! Oh! Come on!
He's just really tall. He's just really tall.
Oh my gosh!
We're not short people.
Tad Martin with a $20 super chat.
All right, Jack.
Oh,
We got Boss Man Brett here.
All right,
we
Jack.
got Boss Man Brett here.
Got an announcement.
Okay.
2 jerseys.
Two jerseys! Let's go!
Woo! Two
Oh.
jerseys. 2 jerseys. All right.
Dude, we're raffling
Dude,
2
oh my
jerseys now.
God, this is getting insane.
And we
Holy
got,
cow.
okay, so we got Abby here. She's got
Okay.
the tortilla.
So I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
Bad news, we don't have any tortillas.
No. Do we have plates?
Good news.
Good news. The
Yeah, I
plate
have a
hurts
plate in my
better.
hand.
The plate hurts
Oh.
less. The plate hurts less.
No, it hurts more.
Your choice is either the plate or open
I
hand,
said I was going to
so-
get slapped. God damn it, I'm going to get slapped.
Okay.
All right. Austin!
Let's go!
Another $20
Run
super
it
chat.
up. Run it
Let's
up.
go.
Run it up. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, by the way, if you want to win the jersey, you have to be subscribed.
You have to be
I hate to
subscribed.
tell you. I hate
Guys.
to tell you. If you win the jersey,
Guys, if you win the
aren't
jersey and you're not subscribed, sorry.
sorry about
Sorry.
it. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh my goodness, this is getting nuts on Steelers Talk Live. Let's go. Okay, so we're bringing on Abby here. She's going to slap me now. A deal is a deal. She has a plate, not a tortilla, and she's going to slap me with that. Apparently, it hurts a lot worse. So, all right, this is for you guys. Let's do it.
Abby's not short.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah, I'm 6'5", guys. All right, I'm just really, really tall. All right. Ooh, yeah, get this out of the way.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, you're good. Hey, Adam Barrett, don't be mad because you haven't entered the.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Dang! Wow. Hey, Adam Barrett, if you want to hate and if you're mad that you're not getting a Kenny Pickett jersey, that's cool, but you don't have to hate in the chat. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Oh.
He said, go hit the gym. And then he said, get Abby off screen. No. Get out of here, brother.
But you know what, man? I do need to hit the fucking gym.
Yeah, honestly, same.
Dude, don't we all?
Tad sent in a
Tad!
20.
Gotta get there. That's the one that put us over
That's
the
the one that put us
1,000.
over there.
We're adding another 15 minutes, by the way, to the stream here. We got 40 minutes to work with here. We're going to keep going. Young Noticeable, appreciate you, man.
We got to 1K. We heard you, Young Noticeable, so we're doing 2.
We're doing two. We're doing 2 raffles. So if you want a chance to win one of those jerseys, go ahead, get those super chats in there. We've already passed $1,000 in super. Oh, you know what we said we'd do, Trace? It's time to pop the tops. Let's go.
Oh, no way. No one's taking shirts off?
Yep.
No, my shirt's already off.
All right.
All right, my shirt's off. I need to find a spot to
Get some shout outs.
hang this on. All right.
Trace looks so ridiculous.
So here's the thing. I'm swole and I'm jacked and I know it. So I need y'all not hating on me in the comment section. You all should be drinking. Honestly, hey Abby.
Oh, look at this. Guys, I know I'm skinny. I weigh the same amount as Emmanuel Forbes, and Emmanuel Forbes is trying to be an NFL football player right now.
I mean, it's gotten weird.
Oh,
It's officially
good
gotten
Lord.
weird on the chat.
It's officially gotten weird. And,
It's officially gotten weird. I don't know what to tell you.
and we still got at least 38 minutes left of the stream, man.
Hey, Adam Barrett tried changing his name in his picture and come back and hate.
Ben Mills says-
hit the gym, pal. I live more than you, which is hilarious. A guy, I've never met anybody named Adam that actually benches more than 100 pounds, which is hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh my
It's
God.
so fun. I mean, Adam, we told you to cut the shit. You changed your name to another account, changed accounts. Bad looks, Adam. Yeah, I mean,
Bad looks,
rent free. But thanks for interacting with us. Thanks for boosting the algorithm. Appreciate you.
Appreciate the outlook here, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
an absolute legend for that.
Dude, some people are going to be like clicking on this video right
They're gonna be
now.
like, what the hell's
and
going
they're going to be
on?
like, what are these two freaking weirdos
They're
doing?
gonna be like, what are these two sexy motherfuckers doing on air, not wearing a shirt?
Oh my
Man,
gosh,
this
man.
man Adam, honestly, kind of cringe. I got you, David.
Little
Kinda
cringe. Little
Kinda
cringe,
weird.
man.
Is dude in tech, Damon. So yes, the Chat Sports Studios, we're headquartered in Dallas, Texas. So
Yes.
there.
Yes, we are in Texas.
Adam, I'm not gonna spell the name of somebody who's, hater.
Oh.
I'm just not. Have
Listen,
some
guys,
decency. How about you?
in case you missed it, in case you lost it in all the craziness, we are now doing 2 Steelers jersey raffles today. What should we do for that second jersey? Should we do 2 Kenny
We'll
Pickett's?
just go. Do we want to go Kenny Pickett and George Pickens? Do we want to do 2 Pickett's? What do y'all think? I'll make a poll real
Yeah,
quick.
we're gonna
I'll
make a poll.
And so we'll say what jersey for the giveaway.
And then have Kenny Pickett in. Well, no, we're already giving away.
So we'll go T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, George Pickens, Patrick Peterson.
Okay. George Pickens. And then Patrick Peterson.
Woo! Hey, by the way, what is Cleveland Browns? What's their stream at in terms of soups?
Soups. Let me see. Let me go look.
Guys, I want to double whatever they're getting.
Yeah, whatever they're doing.
Whatever
we
they're
can do it
doing,
better.
we're doing.
We 100%.
We are blowing these mother effers out of the park here.
We're blowing these idiots out the water.
We're hitting a grand slam home run here on Steelers Talk Live.
We're going Kyle Schwarbaum in the World Baseball Classic. Bombs.
Winner's choice? Ooh.
It could be winner's choice. I like that.
Young Noticeable. I like that idea. So we're going to do 1 Kenny Pickett, okay? And then we're going to do 1 choice of the winner.
Adam Barrett, if you're gonna hate, I'm gonna go ahead and just mute you. I mean, if you're clearly a Browns fan and you clearly hate the stream. Leave, dog.
Yeah, we're
Leave.
done. We're done.
I don't ban people.
Just don't even mention him again, all right,
Yeah.
buddy?
I'm gonna go ahead and mute him. He's muted.
Let's go! Let's go, man. We came into today with the most Super Chat revenue in Steelers talk history being
Hey!
$230.
You want to know what Brown's report is at?
What is that?
387.
Oh, in your face!
The Browns!
F the Browns! F the Browns! F the Browns! Let's go!
The Browns!
I hope you're chanting along at home, baby. Because F them Brownies! Woo!
It's such a good day to be a Steelers fan, man. It's a great day to be a Steelers fan.
All right, hey, okay, so we got some time to kill here. We gotta think of some stuff here. So what do we add exactly for chat revenue? I know it says just 1K.
We're at.
What does it say?
It's just one. I would. Wait, what was the super? It was Tad's 20 piece that sent us over, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do some math. 1 second. So 25, 26, 27, 28. So we're at 1,000 and about 1,030. Right about 1,030. So about $70 will get us to 1,100.
We gotta up the ante.
All right, we'll put our shirts back on.
So, is somebody willing to do a boot?
Let me put in there.
If someone
Is Jeremy Chuggs?
Yeah,
Jeremy Chuggs?
Guys, Jeremy Chuggs.
Would he be willing to do a boot?
Has the Chat Sports record for a boot chug here. I think it's like at 7 seconds or something.
It's something incredible.
It's something to see. Trust me, you guys are going to want to see that.
I'm going to message Tyler and Chuggs and see if one of them would be willing to do a boot.
Chris C. asks, who do you have winning all time, Steelers or Packers? Who do you think? The goddamn Steelers. Let's go. Here we go, Steelers. I mean, but seriously, the Steelers beat everybody all time. They just do. I'm sorry, they just do.
All right, I'm going to just give a quick, wait.
What's up?
Oh, I got to put some names in. I forgot I got to put some names on this wheel. Give me 1 second.
All right, man.
I'm gonna put Sperry on, and I'm gonna
Oh my
hide
gosh,
myself
you guys are gonna
for
get the
just a
full
few.
money shot here.
I'm gonna get these names on the wheel.
Yeah, our boss James Yoder just said bonk. That's pretty funny, man.
That's
all right, guys,
funny.
get those super chats in. If you guys keep bringing in these super chats, we're gonna keep dealing out tickets. We're gonna keep doing crazy stuff here on the stream. Right now we got 32 minutes left on the clock. You guys have earned it. I got 32 minutes to bear it all here on the stream. Oh my gosh, what a day. I tell you what, man. If we get to 1.5, I'll let someone give me a 5-star.
Oh, dude, nope. That's all you. That's all you. I'm good. That one's all you, my friend.
Yeah.
That one's all you.
Not you. Somebody else will come on here.
There's a lot of entries on this wheel.
There's over 400.
It's nuts. We got Marshall Green from Giants Now. It's Giants Now, right?
Giants Now.
What's up, baby?
I got Sperry. What up, Brody? Get your tickets in.
Get those super chats in.
Get your tickets in.
Let's
Don't
go.
be scared.
Not there's anything wrong with it, but this could be misconstrued as we're some sort of like, gay. Not there's anything wrong with that, but we're doing a lot of shirts off lately.
What jersey do they get?
Kenny
So we're
Pickett.
doing a Kenny Pickett one, and then we're doing one where the person gets to choose.
Wow.
Yep.
Has to be
It
a
has
current
to be a
player.
current player, correct, yes.
What's the current player you would wear, not him?
Oh, so Marshall Green just asked me which player I would choose to get a Steelers jersey for right now. Not named Kenny Pickett. It's a tough one, man.
My answer?
I think.
Before you go, can I give my answer?
Yep.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Dude, that's what it is. Dude, Marshall Green knows. He guessed Minka Fitzpatrick. That is who I would get. I love me some free safety play, and Minka Fitzpatrick is the best free safety in the National Football League. Point blank. Period. Let's take a look
At the wheel.
at our wheel today, which has just gotten out of hand. I'm sorry, it just has.
We are at
Look at this wheel.
423 entries.
420.
We gotta put a shot clock on this or something at some
man,
point.
here's
But we
the-
don't at the same time.
But you know what? So watch somebody that put in one $5 super chat.
It's gonna win it.
Win this
I-
thing.
I would love
Just
to see
watch.
that. I would love
and
to
all
see
these
that.
guys. I mean, all these guys. Tad, Anthony Fuller. All these guys that have put in over $100 today.
Dude.
They're not gonna get. Well, I guess we have 2 jerseys to give out.
We have 2.
We do have 2.
So we're doing 2 spins. So we can at least get back
And
in.
guys, we're gonna say this: only 1 jersey per
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, if you win,
you can't
one,
win twice.
You don't win the
All right,
second one.
there's
I'm going to
two-
take your name out every time.
There's too many awesome Yinzers that have bought in today to do that.
Yeah, if you win, I'm going to take your name out of the wheel just so anyone else can win it. But you win a jersey, so
Guys,
don't be mad.
so here's the thing. If we get up to either 1.5K in Super Chats, so we're about what, 400 away from that?
About, yep.
Yeah, so if we get up there, or if someone sends in another $100 Super Chat, someone will come in here and give me a 5-star right here, and you're going to be able to see it for the rest of the show. Okay, so that's what you're buying there. Plus, you get another 50 entries. So, I mean, if that's worth the price of admission, then go ahead, man. I don't necessarily want to get slapped, but hey, if it means $100 in Super Chat money here, I'd be willing to do that.
Heyo, Robert.
We're back in business here. Robert Sadler, keeping the party going here. Okay.
Hold on, I missed this one.
So Robert Sadler.
I missed this one from Not Webb's World.
Oh my gosh, man. Shaquan Davis. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, my friend. I am skinny. I weigh 170 pounds. I don't deny it, guys. I am skinny. You guys have paid for this. Robert Sadler came in with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that, Robert. And he says, okay, this makes it 100 total. I am down. I am down after this. Okay, man. So this is what we're going to do. Trizzer,
Yep.
you're going to let me know every single person that has put in $100 or more today.
Okay.
I'm going to put their name here on the front of the Steelers Talk Live sign, right next to my name here.
Cool.
So we know
we're-
Anthony Fuller's on there, His Highness.
It's Anthony Fuller, Tad.
Hold up.
You're good.
His Highness Anthony Fuller's going on there. Tad, what's his last name? Tad?
It's Tad Martin.
Tad Martin, man. A G. And we're still giving away a Steelers mini helmet to the Super Chat MVP. I can sign it for you if you want. Anybody else over 100?
Then we have
Robert Sadler got there.
Robert Sadler, yep. And then Not Webb's World. Those are the only ones.
Okay. Who's our MVP today?
I mean, there's a lot of ways we could go about this because Austin has sent in, I believe, the most in Super Chats. But
Oh, I didn't put his name down.
yeah, Austin Tardiff, Tardiff. Tad
Can you put in, what's his last name again? Austin?
Tardiff, Tardiff.
Tardif. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been the MVPs of today. Who has put in the most?
It's pretty much a tie between Tad and Austin.
What are they at?
They're about 150. About 150.
Okay. Can we make a quick graphic right now to kind of rank them? Because the one that puts in the most super chats today is going to, no matter what happens in the jersey giveaway, is going to be walking away with the Steelers mini helmet. Signed by me if you want. If you just want a regular mini helmet, that's cool too. Whew, man. Get those super chats in. We got 26 minutes to hang out with you guys before we get to this raffle. Ah, my goodness. Okay. So while Triz is making that, Triz, let's talk a little bit.
Let's talk.
What are your top 5 fast food restaurants of all time?
I'm going Chick-fil-A number 1, Taco Bell 2, Whataburger, Arby's is in there, and then you gotta number 5. I'm gonna go Panda. I'm a big Panda Express guy. I
Austin
love
Tardif
Panda.
with another $10 super chat. Let's go. Woo! Austin Tardif, man, just keeps on going. I think he might be the MVP now. Austin, I'll let you know in a second where you stand on today's MVP race. It's pretty much a three-way race right now. Between, I know Tad's up there because Tad's got at least 200 because he put in 250s in a 100 piece. So we're currently calculating that right now. We'll let you guys know. For me, the best fast food burger that you can buy is Culver's. Culver's is so good. Like, it is, you have to pay a little bit more for it. The service is a little bit slower than, say, at like a McDonald's or a Burger King, but it is so worth it because, I mean, everything is fresh there. The service is excellent. And, I mean, their ice cream, I mean, it blows all other fast food ice cream out of the water for me because it's frozen custard, which is way smoother than regular ice cream. So that's probably number one for me, Triz. I like Shake Shack, too. Shake Shack makes a really good burger as well. Actually, guys, you know what? We're going to do kind of a little impromptu Q&A sesh here while Trace gets those graphics going. If you got a question, put it down in the chat right now, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. I see a conversation going on in the chat right now. Is there a Ben and a Big Ben and Deshaun Watson? Who's better? I think is what the conversation is. Oof. Oh, so there. You know what it is? There's some Browns fans that have infiltrated the chat here because they're upset that we are doing so well here on Steelers Talk Live today. And there's a Browns fan causing havoc. Oh my goodness, man. You know what? The Browns stream is actually not having a bad day today. Over $300 in supers, and we are blowing them out of the water because we are Steelers Nation. And let's just face it, guys, we're the superior franchise. That's just the way it works. So Steelers Kings asks, how do you think we will be next year? I think they will be pretty good. I think that they'll be good. Like I said before in our segments, I think it comes down to how much Kenny Pickett progresses from year 1 to year 2, and then it also depends on if Matt Canada improves his scheme, modernizes it for the modern NFL. If those two things don't happen, the Steelers are just going to be okay. Like, they're going to be about where they were this past year. They're just going to be okay. They're going to be able to beat bad teams, but they're not going to be able to beat good teams. And of course, the whole goal of this entire enterprise here is to win a Super Bowl. In order to win a Super Bowl, you have to beat good teams. In order to do that, you need to have a good offense. In order to have a good offense, you need a good offensive play caller and a good quarterback, especially in a loaded AFC conference. So, to me, I think that Kenny Pickett is going to get the job done. And for the time being, I have to have confidence in Matt Canada because I refuse to believe that this team is going to be bad next year. And overall, I'm very hopeful and very excited to see not only what they're going to do for the rest of the offseason, but how they do next year. And man, it's going to be fantastic. That first Steelers watch party, week 1 of the 2023 NFL season. Can't wait to get that going. We didn't have any watch parties this past year, but because I was pretty much new here at Chat Sports, still getting my feet wet. But come next year, I'll be a seasoned vet. We'll be doing weekly Steelers watch parties here on the channel. I saw Anthony Fuller had a question in there. I want to get to His Highness here. What will we do at strong safety this year? Good question. We addressed this earlier in the show, Anthony. I'm not sure if you were here, but I think that what I would do, I guess I should say, is I would either sign a free agent like a Rodney McLeod and Adrian Amos, even bring back Terrell Edmonds. I would sign somebody like that to play strong safety, and then I would bring back that 3 safety package that worked so well for the Steelers in 2022 when DeMonte KZ, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Terrell Edmonds were all on the field at the same time. Steelers defense was bloody brilliant, and I think that it would be really, really smart for Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan to bring in that 3rd safety this offseason, whether that be through the draft or free agency. That's what I would do, but it's also possible that they don't want to spend the extra money or the draft capital, and they're just planning on using Minkah Fitzpatrick at strong safety. So really hope they add another piece. I hope that they have enough money, or, maybe they use a draft pick on, say, like a Brian Branch. That'd be really, really good as well. But I guess we'll have to see. I'm really, really hopeful. I think that position's going to be good. If you got more questions, put them in the chat here. Why do you think? Oh, let me see. Okay, so Matt Hyde asks, where do you think the Steelers will be at in the division? What place? Let me think about this. First place, man. F the Bengals, F the Browns, F the Ravens. The Steelers are going to be first place in the AFC North next season. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart, even with my, let's say, shortcomings or limit, or what's the word here? Doubts about Matt Canada. With my, I'm blanking on the word, but, I don't like Matt Canada is the point. Hopefully, he turns it around in 2023. Hopefully, it's all good. So, Triz Trace, our producer today, has been wonderful today. He's been a trooper wearing the Terry Bradshaw bald cap for at least, an hour at this point? And right now, Tad Martin is the Super Chat MVP. And he will be, if it stays the same here, he's going to be walking away with a Steelers mini helmet. I'll sign it for you, Tad, if you want. If not, no big deal. I can just send you a regular mini helmet. But if you want to swoop in and take it from Tad here, get those super chats in. Not only. With another 50. Oh! Oh, Austin Tardif! Bang! Let's go, buddy. Austin, you have gotten yourself really, really close, actually, to that Super Chat MVP. Oh, another 10 just put him over the limit. Tad, you have just been overcome here. Austin Tardif put in a 50, followed by a 10. That is a total of 26 entries for the jersey giveaway for Austin Tardif, and he takes the lead for that Steelers mini helmet. Oh my goodness, man! Let's see how far this thing can go. Let's see. We've gotten to 1.1K, which means that I said for every $100 we're adding another 15 minutes. So we're adding another 15. Oh my goodness, man! Woo! So Triz is fixing that graphic right now. Austin is now $5 ahead of Tad Martin. Anthony Fuller, Robert Sadler, you guys can still get in this thing. Still possible. It's now updated. Tardif, Austin Tardif now has $220 in there. And he is now our leader. We got about a half hour before we get going on this Kenny Pickett. Well, actually, we got 2 jersey raffles today. 2 people are going to be walking away with brand new Steelers jerseys. One of them is going to be a Color Rush Kenny Pickett jersey. The other one is going to be a player and color of the person's choice. It's got to be a current player, though. Oh, my goodness, man. Trace, are you cold, man? Are you cold? Are you just warming up?
See, I got a little bit of extra layers, if you will, to keep me warm. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
I tell you what, man, I'm freezing. I mean, you look at me. Just look at me, man. I moved from Minnesota to Texas for a reason, guys. My body cannot handle the cold. I need it warm. And right now, you guys paid for it, and I got 30 more minutes here, bearing it all in front of you guys. But it is what it is. I do it for you guys, Steeler Nation. Appreciate the support with this. This stream has been utterly ridiculous. If you guys have anything that you would like me or Triz to do, if you got any ideas, like a beer bong or something that you would like to see us do once we hit 1.2K, go ahead and put them in the chat. Get those ideas flowing. What's up? I've got the timer. We got almost 30 minutes on the dot here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we do have to get to the raffle at some point, guys. So, actually, we're just going to keep it. This is going to be the final tally here. We got 30 minutes, and then no matter how many super chats that we get, we're going to be doing the raffle because we know that you guys have lives. Can't stay on the chat forever here. We appreciate you. Oh, my goodness, dude. So I see a question here. Young Noticeable 25 says, do you think we could still get Wagner? Yes, I think it still is possible. I would say it's unlikely at this point because he's reportedly asking for quite a bit of money, more than what teams are willing to pay him right now. And right now the Steelers have already spent money on 2 inside linebackers. They brought in Cole Holcomb formerly with the Washington Commanders. Really good tackler, really great athlete. Same thing with Landon Roberts, the guy that they brought in formerly with the Miami Dolphins. Led the team in tackles last year for Miami. Wasn't a great defense, but Landon Roberts, I do like him as a player. So I think that for the right price, they would bring in Bobby Wagner. If they added Bobby Wagner, you would have an elite player at all 3 levels of the defense, which would make this defense practically unstoppable. But, you know, it seems like the price tag is going to be a little bit higher. I think they're going to be spending those resources, what the cap space that they have left, on maybe a left tackle in free agency. Hopefully not. Hopefully they draft one, but we'll see there. Maybe a safety. I guess we'll see on that front where they choose to spend that money. But I would say it's unlikely at this point that Bobby Wagner is in black and gold next year. Oh. So Caleb Ebel, do you know what it? Oh, okay. Nicholas Harmon. The Kenny Pickett Color Rush is $180 at the cheapest. We know, man. I told you guys that if we got 1,000 subscribers here on the channel last week, we added 1,100 subscribers. So I said that we would do a jersey raffle. I didn't want to cheap out on you guys. So that's why we picked that one. It's coming out of my pocket, by the way. I appreciate everything that you guys do. You guys are the reason why I have this job here at Chat Sports, here talking about Steelers every single day, talking about the team I love with the people I love. Really appreciate it. Austin Tarduff. Oh, my goodness, man. This dude will not stop, man. Austin Tarduff. Today's MVP so far. He goes in there and says, if the other winner doesn't claim their jersey, I'll take it too. So if someone wins the jersey and they're not in the chat, we're just going to spin it again. That's what we're going to do. We are 26 minutes away from spinning the wheel, guys. Right now we're at $1.1 thousand in Super Chats. And right now, the Super Chat MVP is Austin Tarduff. And the prize for Super Chat MVP today is going to be a Steelers mini helmet, signed by me, not signed by me, whatever you guys want. Tad, still plenty of time to get in there, my friend. We'll see. Austin Tarduff has been insane. So if you guys have questions that you want me to answer here over these next 20, 25, 26 minutes, use hashtag Steelers or Super Chat, and we will answer your questions here on the show. Steelers, is Monday a mock draft Monday? Fans entries. So we're going to be doing a mock draft this week. I haven't decided which day I'm going to be releasing it. I think it's really cool. We're going to be doing it pretty much a post-free agency version of it based on the moves that they've already made. Really think that we're due for another mock draft here. We did one post-combine, which I thought was pretty decent, but now that the Steelers have made some moves, it does need a bit of an upgrade. Dominic, I know you love those Steelers mock drafts, my guy. Appreciate you watching the show and being such a friend of Steelers Talk. We got another Super Chat here. $5 from Now Webb's World. Got another slot on today's wheel. And he says, whoever the Steelers draft, one more raffle for the first rounder. Man, you know what? You know what we'll probably do? We'll probably have another promotion like we did last week, where if we get a certain amount of subs for that week during draft week, we will do a jersey raffle for the first rounder, whoever it may be. If it's Jordan Addison and if it's number 3, that's going to be a fiery jersey. That'll be icy. But I guess we'll see. It could be Brian Branch, could be Broderick Jones, could be maybe Paris Johnson Jr. if they're lucky. I guess we'll have to see on that. But yeah, we'll definitely have to get that going here. It seems like you guys really like these giveaways. Really appreciate you guys showing up today. Today has blown me away. We got a question here from Frank Zemansky, who asks, do you think they re-sign Terrell Edmunds and draft a linebacker with a round 1 or one of the round 2 picks? So do you think they re-sign Terrell Edmunds and draft a linebacker? Sorry, it's pretty loud here at Chat Sports Studio. I don't know if that's Browns. And draft a linebacker with a round 1 or one of those round 2 picks. I think they take a linebacker in the second round. I don't think there's really many linebackers that I would take with a first rounder this year. Jack Campbell is probably the exception there. I probably would use a late first on Jack Campbell, but I think that he's probably going to fall a little bit. Linebacker is usually seen as a lower value position. I think if the Steelers took a linebacker at 17, it's an overreach. I don't care who it is. Jack Campbell is going to be a good player, but you can probably get him at number 32. And if you can't get him at 32, you can get a pretty good linebacker late in the later rounds. I think 17 for Jack Campbell is a bit of a reach. But re-signing Terrell Edmunds, I think that'd be a good move. I think that 3 safety package that I talk about all the time, it really did work for the Steelers last year. It gave them some versatility. Terrell Edmunds is big enough to play kind of like that hybrid linebacker role. He was really, really good in that role. I would love to see him back in the black and gold. He has great chemistry with Minkah Fitzpatrick as well. I would make this move as long as he's not asking for too much money. Next question comes from Declan C., who says, what do you think it's possible the Steelers pick up Bobby Wagner? I think it's possible. I say it's unlikely. I said this a couple minutes ago. I think that he's a really good player. I think that if the Steelers add him to the roster, this becomes the best defense in the National Football League, point blank, period. You got elite players at all 3 levels of the defense. Minkah Fitzpatrick in the secondary, Bobby Wagner at the linebacking core, and then arguably 3 on the defensive line with T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward being your no-doubters, and then Alex Highsmith kind of as that fringe all-pro caliber kind of guy. And I think that with those things, with Mike Tomlin and his ability to scheme up and and really set his teams up for success, I think that defense would be the best in the National Football League, period. But it seems like he's going to be a bit too expensive for the Steelers. I haven't heard any rumors as to if they're talking to him, whatever. It seems like the Raiders were in there for a while, but now it seems like he's too expensive for them. The Bills were in there. If I have to guess one place that he'll end up, it'll be Buffalo because he wants to win a championship. But I guess we'll see on the Bobby Wagner front. I would absolutely lose my mind if they signed Bobby Wagner. I'll tell you this right now, Steeler Nation. If they sign Bobby Wagner, we are going live here on Steelers Talk. We are having another party here with Trizzy Trace. All right, we got another $10 super chat here. Thank you so much. Juanetta. She says, keep up the good work. Been a Steelers fan since I was a kid. I remember loving to watch Bettis be a bowling ball. Yes. Jerome Bettis, the bus, was one of the all-time great Steelers. And it seems like the Steelers are trying to go back to that kind of brand of football, that smash mouth, run it down your throat kind of offense. And I love it, man. I think that I think they're building it up nicely. Nate Herbig is one of the best power blocking offensive linemen in the league. Isaac Seumalo is obviously, I think he's a Pro Bowl caliber talent, one of the best guards in the league. And then, you got some great talent. Hopefully they can get a road grading type of left tackle as well. Maybe Broderick Jones in the draft would be really, really nice, in my opinion. Thank you for the $10 super chat. We got Matt Hyde, one of the friends of the show here. He's been sticking with us throughout today's program. Really appreciate you, Matt. He says, where do you think the Steelers will be at in the division? What place? Man, this one's tough. No, it's not. Steelers are going to be number 1 in the AFC North next year, man. I'm calling it right now. Even though I have my misgivings about Matt Canada, I think that this team is going to have a stellar 2023 season. I think that defense is going to be really, really good, with or without Bobby Wagner. I think that this offense has the weapons it takes. I think that Kenny Pickett has the mental wherewithal and the physical talent to be a Super Bowl caliber quarterback in this league. I think that next year is going to be the year that it all comes together. At least I'm hoping for that. I think that the Steelers are going to be pretty darn good, and they're going to compete with those dreaded Bengals in the AFC North. So we're getting close to the end here. We got, 20 minutes still. We're doing, okay, so we need to cut some deals here, Trace. We need to cut some deals. We need to think of some stuff here to do if we get to a certain amount. Oh my goodness, man. This has been a ridiculous stream. We're going to be doing a couple of jersey giveaways here in just a second. So stick around for that. Ugh.
If somebody sends in a $50 super chat, we'll cut the time in half, and that way we'll get to the raffle sooner.
Yeah, okay.
$50 and we get to the raffle sooner. Just gonna throw that out there.
Man, $50. You get 25 tickets to win the jersey, and we're gonna cut the time in half. So we got about 20 minutes left to get super chats in. You send in a 50, we're gonna cut that in half, wherever it's at. So pretty much you're taking away other people's opportunity to get their money in. Oh my goodness, man. What do you think the Steelers still need from free agency? I want them to get a nose tackle. Montravius Adams is not it. I think that they need to get somebody like maybe a Linval Joseph would be really nice at nose tackle. And then strong safety, would really love that. I've been saying it a bunch here on the stream that I think that adding another safety would be a really good thing for the Steelers defense, gives them some versatility. And then I'm looking at also left tackle potentially. I would rather draft a left tackle, but I mean, it seems like the Steelers are looking at these free agency left tackles. We got another super chat coming in from Corey Hess. Thank you so much, Corey. It says, not huge for my raffle chances, but shout out Sperry for killing it this offseason. Corey, you are my dude. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a real one. Here at Steelers Talk, we are a family of Yinzers. You are a valuable member of that family. Thank you so much for the compliment. I will continue to do everything in my power to give you guys the best Steelers content here on YouTube. I mean, just if you don't believe me, just look at me, man. I'm not wearing a freaking shirt because I made a deal with you guys. That's the kind of stuff that we do here at Steelers Talk. We have a good time. So we haven't cut any of these prices all day. I don't think we're gonna cut them here. I think that this is a fair offer here. $5 gets you that extremely slim chance at this point, Trizzy Trace. But you put in 20, you're gonna get 10. Put in 50, we're gonna give you 25. Put in 100, we're gonna give you 50 tickets. Okay, so there's some people that have already spent quite a bit of money. Anthony Fuller, Robert Sadler, Austin Tardif, Tad Martin. You guys have been awesome. Austin Tardif is actually currently our Super Chat MVP. We got a question here from Declan C. Will you do a draft night live show? It's possible. I'm not quite sure yet. We got a lot of channels here at Chat Sports, and they're all going to be vying for live time, especially during draft night. So I guess we'll see. We're going to be trying to grow this channel as much as humanly possible by the NFL draft. So tell your friends about this show. Anybody that you think might enjoy Steelers Talk here, daily Steelers news and rumors content, send this channel to them. Send this channel to them and say subscribe. And if we get enough subscribers, if we build enough of a following here, and we can compete with some of the bigger channels here at Chat Sports, we will do a draft night live show here on YouTube. I really hope it happens, but it's kind of up to you guys at this point. We're going to be going with the biggest channels here at Chat Sports to get that studio time. So if you guys want that, make sure to click that subscribe button. Let's check out the Super Chat MVPs. To this point, Austin Tardif has put in $225, and he is currently our MVP. He would be winning that Steelers mini helmet. We got about 16 minutes where Anthony Fuller, His Highness, or Robert Sadler maybe, can come up and take that spot from him. Tad Martin is just $10 away from tying him. It's going to be interesting. It's going to come down to the wire here, Trace. Got about 15 minutes left. Who is going to bring home that prize? Who is going to be bringing home two Steelers? Oh, well, I mean, there's going to be two people that win jerseys today. That's what it is. All right, guys. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Do we got more questions here, Trizzer? Anthony, my guy, do you ever see Deontay Johnson ever re-signing? It's possible. It depends on how he plays over the next couple of years. If he continues to never get touchdowns, he continues to have concentration drops, I mean, maybe the answer is no, but he's still pretty young. He's one of the best route runners in the National Football League, and the team loves him. Like the Steelers brass, Omar Khan, Andy Weidel, Mike Tomlin, all the coaches, they love Deontay Johnson. There's a reason for that. He's a really good route runner. He's one of the best at that in the league. He plays a crucial role in the Steelers offense. It's hard for me to see him playing anywhere else, but if he continues to, not get touchdowns and not earn the kind of money that he is currently making on his current contract. Could totally see him going elsewhere. Oh! Nicholas Harmon and Mo Love. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we're back. We're back. Nicholas Harmon goes, I'll throw a 20-piece to Jack Sperry. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much for the 20-piece. Got another 10 entries. Good Lord, man. That that wheel is going to be something. Whew, man, that's going to be nuts. And then we also got a $10 from Mo Love. Love that picture right there. I mean, I don't know about the Packers jersey on one of those dogs, but I love whatever the dog is there with the Steelers jersey. That one is the cool one. That's the one that is truly the alpha dog in the house. And he goes, will Pitt pick up Addison Jordan? Maybe. It depends. I think it depends on who's on the board, who's gone by then. I think that they would rather draft him at number 32. They'd rather have him fall, or they might even trade up to the end of the round 1 to take him if he's still available. But man, I would love to see Jordan Addison in a Steelers uniform wearing number 3. Oh my gosh, man, that would be clean. Number 8 throwing to number 3, running it back, man. That'd be just awesome. Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison. There's not a defense in the National Football League that can man those guys up one-on-one. It would help out Kenny Pickett a ton because he'd be playing a lot of zone coverage. What that means is that it's a lot more predictable than man coverage. And I think it would help the Steelers offense a ton. But I think they have other priorities that they're looking at first, namely offensive tackle, maybe edge rusher, maybe strong safety, getting a guy like Brian Branch. But man, I would love to see Jordan Addison play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know that he didn't run the fastest 40 time in the world, but man, he plays fast. That's the thing. Maybe the straight line speed isn't maybe as fast as some of the other guys in this class, but man, the sudden short area quickness is really what his game is about, and he does it better than just about anybody in this class, in my opinion. We are still going here on Steelers Talk Live. If you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead, do that. We've gotten a ton of chat revenue here, super chat revenue. Only 155 likes. Do me a favor if you haven't already, click that thumbs up icon. Really do appreciate the support for the channel. Oh my goodness, man. And if you got a question, super chat. Okay, that'll get your question on the show. And hashtag Steelers. So Triz is currently looking out for Steelers questions. We're going to be fielding Steelers questions for about 12 more minutes. And then we're going to get to our raffles today. We are giving away 2 Steelers jerseys. One Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey, the other one being one of your choice, player and color. Whew, man. Trizzy, man. Dude, this is beautiful.
Dude, look at this wheel. Look at this frickin' wheel. There's 458 entries on this.
I didn't even know the application could go that far.
Honestly, I thought there was a limit. I thought there was a limit, but there's not.
I thought we were going to get like 100 on there. Like that's what the expectation was today.
And we quadrupled.
And you guys and Steelers Nation, as usual, came up in the clutch. We did not lose a single sub battle this year. We did not lose a like battle this year. When I really need Steelers Nation to show up, you guys show up, and you guys showed up in a major way today. So what's your dream draft that's possible coming from Rad Swag? I'm just going to go for first 3 rounds. Actually, you know what? Rad Swag, I'm releasing my mock draft in a couple days. I don't want to spoil anything, so I hope you understand,
Give him the 3rd round pick. Give him a 3rd round pick, because that's like or a 4th. Give him like a mid-round pick. A name that they know.
Somebody that would be a steal. I will say this, in round 3 would be Dorian Williams, linebacker from Tulane.
I like that.
I love
one.
Dorian Williams' game. He absolutely showed out in Indianapolis at the NFL Combine. He is somebody that is athletic as all get out. He's really good in pass coverage, which is what the Steelers really need. And he's not getting as much hype as guys like Trenton Simpson right now. I would rather have someone take Trenton Simpson in the 2nd round, and then I'll go get Dorian Williams, who's a much better football player, in the 3rd round, man. Like I think that'd be a fantastic move for the Steelers if he makes it there in round 3, but I guess we'll see. We got another question here from William Pastor, who goes, what do you feel about the rumors of signing OBJ? I don't think it's going to happen. I think Dan Orlovsky, quite frankly, is speaking out of his ass, like he always is, quite frankly, and I don't think it would work. I think that the Steelers like who they have in their wide receiver room right now. I think they will add a wide receiver at some point this offseason, kind of a bigger slot wide receiver to help them out on early downs, because Calvin Austin III ain't moving nobody on early downs. I mean, he weighs less than me. I mean, you can see how skinny I am. So I think that OBJ is somebody that is a big mouth to feed. You already have George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth that are going to be expecting a lot of touches. I just don't think it works. I think it'd be better if he brought in a veteran on kind of a smaller contract or a draft pick to kind of fill that void. OBJ with the Steelers, it would be cool, man. It'd be cool, but I just don't see it happening whatsoever. Can you check the Browns stream right now? Because I think they're trying to compete with us right now. I think we might have a challenge here from Browns Now or whatever their show is called. Might as well be called the Toilet Report for all I care, man. F the Browns. They're at 500. They're not even touching us. We're doubling them, man. Little dogs. They're the little dogs. We the alpha dogs here, man. Steelers Nation. This is how we do here in Pittsburgh. Even though we're in Dallas.
Hey, but this is how Steelers fans get down.
That's right. That's right. We we shit on Cleveland Browns fans. That's what we do here at Chat Sports, man. All right, so we got 7.5 minutes here before we're going to get to this raffle. You guys have been fantastic today. I mean, this makes me want to do more raffles in the future, for sure.
For sure, got to do
Because this is something that, I mean, we've tried hot wings on the show. We've tried egg smashing. We've tried a bunch of stuff.
This worked.
This worked.
Well.
So I think, if you guys keep putting in those super chats, you keep showing your love and support, we're going to do more giveaways here, or we're going to do more raffles here on the channel. If that sounds good, let me know in the chat. Type me if you want more raffles here on Steelers Talk. Certainly been a blast here today. Clock is ticking, though. Okay, so there's one question here. What is your predicted Steelers record? From David Mayer. If I had to guess right now, I would say 12-5. Say 12-5, Trace. I think that Kenny Pickett's a good player. Oh!
Tad's back on top.
Tad Martin with a $20 super chat.
Tad's back on top.
He's back on the top of the mountain. Tad Martin with another $20 super chat to put him in the lead for that Steelers mini helmet and gets him an additional 10 slots. Oh my goodness, man. And he says this one is for more tortillas. So I guess we got to go to Walmart, buy more tortillas. All right, man. I appreciate you, Tad. We're going to get more tortillas for you. And you know what? You know what, man? We're gonna do a tortilla slap once we get one just for you here on the show. We're going to be doing it on a VOD or on a regular video this week. And I hope you enjoy it, man, because you just paid for it. Appreciate you, my guy. Oh, my gosh. Oh! Austin Tardif. He doesn't want to give it up.
Hold on.
What?
We also had updated back and forth.
Oh, my goodness, man. Austin Tardif with a 20-piece. Another 10 slots. And he just took the lead back. Oh, my goodness. We got a battle here for Super Chat MVP. Who is walking away with that Steelers Talk, or not Steelers Talk, just Steelers mini helmet. I'll sign it for you guys if you want. If not, whatever. I appreciate. We're at 1.2K right now in Super Chat revenue, which, I'm not sure has ever happened in like the first 10 streams of a channel's history. So, I mean, cheers to you, Steeler Nation. Oh yeah. Triz is like the golden goose, man. When the Saints got Derek Carr,
Dude, when the Saints traded or signed Derek Carr, it got out of hand.
Mitchell Renz brought his guys.
Austin's putting one more in for good measure, just to lock it in.
Let's go, Austin Tardif with another $10 super
Get the whole
chat.
crew to sign it. We'll get the squad.
We'll get the squad.
We'll get the squad.
We'll have Trizzy Trace sign it. I'll sign
Chugs
it.
for sure.
Jeremy Chugs will do it. We'll even get Jack Lauderay, our wonderful producer from last week.
Gotta
we'll have
get
him on there. Appreciate you, my guy. You have been fantastic. But we still have time for Tad. And Tad has made some big moves today. So watch out, okay? We got 4 minutes left. If Tad, man, if you want that Steelers mini helmet, you want to be today's Super Chat MVP, go ahead and put in another 20 piece, man. That'd be insane. But, I mean, I want to give another shout out here to His Highness Anthony Fuller.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
Another $100 Super Chat, man. Steelers Talk legend. And you got Robert Sadler with the 100 as well. These have been the Super Chat MVPs today. So even if you guys don't get something today, I really do appreciate you supporting the channel. I hope that you'll come back. We're going to be doing more of these raffles in the weeks to come. And man, if you keep spending money like you did today, I guarantee you, you're going to walk away with something. And in the future, guys, what I'm going to do to really give thanks to all the people that spend quite a bit of money here, I'm going to establish Mount Steelermore.
Mount Steelermore, I like it.
So I'm kind of stealing that. I'm kind of stealing that idea from our Raiders host Mitchell Renz, who has Mount Raidermore. But what we're going to do is once we get to a certain point, the 4 people that have super chatted the most are going to have a Hall of Fame status here at Chat Sports. They're going to have a special sticker with a Mount Rushmore on their bio. Every time that you super chat, you're going to see that sticker. And, we're going to establish that here in the next couple of weeks probably. But I can tell you what, man, Austin Tardif, Anthony Fuller, these guys are going to be in the running to get on that exclusive list. Appreciate the heck out of you guys. So no matter how this raffle goes, I want to say that I appreciate the heck out of it. You guys have been fantastic today. You provided us some really awesome moments here on Steelers Talk Live. Trace and I have been shirtless for like an hour at this point.
At this point, it's been an hour. It's
gonna feel weird putting a shirt back on.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I gotta say, I just might drive home without a shirt out of principle. I might drive home without a shirt just for the Steelers Nation.
Man, we got 2 minutes on the clock, and then
2 minutes remaining.
Then it's the moment of truth. Oh my goodness, man! We have done a lot of stuff today. We've seen Chase Sr.
Shotgun a beer,
a couple of beers.
You got slapped.
I got slapped in the face.
Did a beer bong. We had the crew in here.
We had the crew in here bumping their chest.
Boss man Brett came in. James came in.
Oh my God.
Boss man James.
By the way,
came in.
Boss man James can still win our raffle. He has.
Boss man James does have.
He has one slot out of like
He
500 to
win.
win.
He has 1 out of 500.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah,
we're getting it done here. Oh, so we got a minute left. Tad, if you put in a 20 piece here, you're gonna take home that mini helmet, unless of course Austin comes back in. But man, it's been one hell of a ride. We got 60 seconds on the clock, and then we're gonna spin that wheel a couple of times.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left, baby. We're going to see who is coming away with that Kenny Pickett jersey. We got 97 people in the chat. 166 people have liked the video. If you haven't liked already, go ahead and do that already. I mean, come on now. You've been here long enough.
Also, shout out Tad for showing some love to Austin. Shout out Tad, shout out Austin.
Shout out to all of our Super Chat MVPs. Before the clock runs out here officially, I want to give one more round of thanks to everybody that Super Chatted, especially the Super Chat MVPs. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be Austin Tardif that brings home that Steelers
mini
helmet.
Austin and Tad, DM Jack Sperry on Twitter to just hit him up. Give him a follow. He's always talking about the Steelers. He's always talking NFL. If you ever have questions, I'm sure he's happy to answer. So help us out, man. Help us out. The final entries are coming in.
So
last call.
We got a couple.
Last call.
Last call here. No more. All right, no more here. I want to make that clear. No more super chats. We got 2 more that just came in at the last second. Not Webb's World came in. Final ticket entry. Deontay is mid. Hope I win. All right. I love it. Hey, man, you're a poet and you don't even know it. All right. Then we got,
that was good.
Then we got another one.
That was good.
We got another one from Austin Tardif, sealing his victory today as the super chat MVP. Let's go. Austin. Let's go, baby. Dubs with the sunglasses. Love it, my dude. You are, no matter what happens with the jersey giveaways today, you will be getting a Steelers mini helmet. I'll have the crew sign it for you. We'll send it to you.
Maybe you win both.
What's up?
Maybe he wins both.
Yeah, maybe he gets a jersey and a mini helmet.
One final reminder. You have to be subscribed. So don't be the person who wins the raffle but isn't subscribed.
Yeah, guys, right now we're about to spin the wheel, and if we're going to check your subscriber status, if you win the jersey and it falls on you and you're not subscribed, we're spinning it again and we're giving it to somebody that has subscribed to the channel. So we appreciate the super chat, but the rule is subscribe plus super chat. So you got to be subscribed if you're not already. So without further ado, man.
Is it time?
It's
Is
time
it time
to spin the wheel. Somebody is going to win a Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey.
2 people are winning jerseys.
Well, I know, but the first one
the
here.
first one's a Kenny Pickett. You're right,
The first
you're right.
spin is going to be for Kenny Pickett. Okay, so
You ready?
this one's going to be for a Kenny Pickett,
Jersey.
Color Rush jersey. All right, man.
Here,
If you look at this wheel.
I was gonna say we have a picture of it. We have a picture of it. If you guys want to see it, right here. This is what's up for grabs.
Right there.
So who's ready?
All right, here
Y'all
we go.
ready to go?
Here we go. Who's winning this jersey?
3, 2, 1, spin!
Oh man, here we go. It's
I'm
spinning.
getting nervous. I'm getting nervous.
Oh,
Oh, who's it gonna be?
oh.
Who is it?
James Yoder.
Sadler!
Congratulations to Robert
Robert,
Sadler.
are you in the chat? Are you in the chat?
Robert, are you in there?
Just
let us know.
Just type me, type let's go, say
Type
what's
let's
up.
go,
Just
let's
anything.
go.
Anything.
Are
we
you
have
here?
one more raffle to do. We have one more giveaway. Don't leave yet. Do not leave yet.
Do not leave yet, guys.
Robert,
Robert is here. Let's
he
go.
Is it. Robert.
Make sure that you stay. Robert,
Here.
we're gonna get in touch with you here at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around so that we can send you your Kenny Pickett Color Rush jersey. Let's go! All right, we still got another jersey to give away.
One more to give away. You ready? Count it down. Count it down for me, Sperry.
So I want to say this first. This one is going to be player and color of your choice.
Current player.
Current player. Okay, so
Has to be a current
can't
player.
be Joy Polamalu, can't be John Bez. Has to be someone that's on the Steelers right now. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. I'm going to
Count
give
me
you a
down.
countdown. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Bang! Oh no! Oh no!
What happened?
Oh no! What happened? And all right, count me down again. Count me down again.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Boom! Let's see.
Who's got it?
Who's got it?
Who's got it?
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's Mo-Love!
All right, so to Mo Love and Rob, first of all, thank you to everybody that super chatted today to enter to win. We're going to be doing more raffles like this in the future, guys, 100%. So you'll still have more opportunities to win stuff here on Steelers Talk Live. Really appreciate today's super chat MVPs. Robert Sadler, Austin Tardif, Tad Martin, and there's one more.
Mo-Love, are you in the chat?
So
are
Mo
you in
Love,
the chat?
yes, Mo Love. Confirm that you're in the chat.
Adam, it's not a scam. It's called a raffle ticket. Have you ever been in a Boy Scouts? I mean, come on now. No, you're gone. See you, bye.
All right, Mo Love is in there. Robert Sadler is in there. So this is how you get in touch with me, okay? So this is how you get your jersey. You're going to DM me on either Twitter or Instagram at Jack_Sperry on Twitter or at sparedog.football on Instagram. Send me a DM, and we'll discuss your shipping information, what jersey Mo Love wants. And then
Size.
what size and jersey, because he won the player and color of his choice one. And then if you don't have social media for whatever reason, you can email me at Jack or Sperry at chatsports.com. Congratulations to Mo Love and Robert Sadler. I want to give one more shout out here to the real ones, the guys that really did a great job today getting in there, and I really do appreciate you guys. Austin Tardif did a great job. You might not have gotten a jersey today, pal, but you're going to get a Steelers mini helmet. Really appreciate your support today. Tad Martin, you provided us with some great moments as well, getting in $235. We really, really appreciate you, my guy. Anthony Fuller, His Highness, we are not worthy. Thank you so much. You provided us another great moment there with your second $100 super chat. And then Robert Sadler with $100 today, walking away with a Kenny Pickett jersey, Color Rush jersey. Congratulations to both Robert Sadler and Mo Love. Thank you to everybody that has stayed all the way through. If you stayed all the way through, type real one in the chat right now. We are going to do some shout outs of some real ones. So if you're a real one, made it to the end here, type real one. Adam Barrett, okay, buddy. Not Webb's World, real one. Chris C, Caleb Ebel, DeClancy, Anthony Fuller, Robert Sadler, Tad Martin, Trey Roberson, Cassie Voth, my girlfriend.
Cassie!
Tunes into every single show. Thank you so much,
Everyone
man.
type Cassie in the chat. Show
Let's
Sperry's
go.
girl some love.
Draft Cannon, Caleb Ebel, Mo Love, Totten Hotspur, Corey Hess, David Mayer, Adam Barrett. Man, it's been fun messing with you guys. Go Steelers. It's been good messing with you guys too, man. It's been bonk. We got some Cassies in there. Young Noticeable, Danny Bravo. Want to give if you're still in the chat, man, type real one. I want to give love to everybody that's in the chat. That's made it to the end here. You guys are the real ones. All right, guys, Young Noticeable again. That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure that you are subscribed, guys. This has been a legendary show for Steelers Talk Live. I really do appreciate everybody that tuned in today. It's been real, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Mo Love.
Special thanks to Trizzy Trace, who was not actually supposed to be the producer today, but he stepped in today because Raiders had breaking news. So everybody type Trace or Trizzy. Type Trizzy in the chat.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, it's been so fun hanging out with the Yinzers. I enjoy this. I really enjoyed this. I appreciate you guys. Mo Love says type out your info. Hey, Mo Love, I'm gonna put the links to Sperry's Twitter in the chat for you, if that's okay. Just give me a Y for yes or an N for no if you have Twitter / Instagram, because I can put that in the chat for you. We want to make sure you guys are getting
we want to make sure
touch.
that you get your
We want to make sure you get in touch. Chris C, what's up, brother? What's up? I'm gonna put Sperry's social media in the chat right now. Give me 1 second. And you guys have to give him a follow. You got to give him a follow.
So Austin Tardif, Austin has already contacted me on Instagram. And man, Austin was the real one today. He's our MVP. He's going to get that helmet. And man, once we establish Mount Steelermore, he's probably going to be on there. So I mean, Austin, you may not be walking away with a jersey today, but I promise you we're going to be doing a lot more stuff here on the channel. And man, if you keep putting in money like that, I promise you are going to keep winning stuff. And you're not leaving empty-handed today, man. You are getting that Steelers mini helmet signed by me, Triz, Jeremy, and Jack. So appreciate everybody that's in the chat right now.
Hey, Mo Love, don't worry about it, brother. Don't worry about it. I just put the links to his Twitter, to Jack's Twitter, in the chat for you. If that's the easiest way for you to reach out to him. Austin Tardif hit you on IG. Did you hear from? Have you gotten a message from the other winner?
I'm checking right now.
From Robert Sadler. Yeah, not Webb's World. I'll win next time. I believe in you, bro.
I believe in you too.
I'll hit you on IG.
You're a real one, not Webb's World.
From Robert Sadler, I'll hit you on IG. Cool.
Cool. Robert Sadler, I'll hit you on IG. Cool.
Mo Love, did you get his Twitter? Like, we want to make sure that you guys get your stuff
Mo Love,
that you want.
confirm. Do you even have Twitter, Mo Love? If you don't, you can do email, you can do Instagram.
Let us know which
Just
one
let
you're
us
gonna
know.
do.
We want to make sure that you have my information so we can be in contact.
And if for whatever reason, you can't find it, you forget to send it or something, we will I'll make sure that Sperry says, "Hey, Mo Love, if I haven't heard from you, DM me." We'll make sure we hear from you because that's the last thing we want to do. Another super chat.
Not Webb's World capping off what has been an incredible day with a $2 super chat. I'll win the Addison jersey next time. That's the spirit,
That's
not
the
Webb's
spirit.
World. That's the spirit, man.
Clap it up for Webbs.
Dude, he is a real one. He's like even on the slow days, not Webb's World is getting in his super chats.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate you, not Webb's World. You are a true real one of the show.
Young Noticeable has a good idea. Have a fan appreciation day where you bring on one lucky fan. What we could do is if you send pictures of you watching the show and you tweet them at Jack Sperry, we can put you on. We can take your picture and put it on. We'll do that next stream. We'll do that next stream just because it's kind of at the end of the day on this one. But we want definitely next time if you guys are watching, if you got your Steelers man cave going, we'll get it on. We'll get it on.
Send it a pic. Send it to
For
me on
sure.
Twitter, Instagram, or email me.
For
man.
sure, we'll get
Mo
it on.
Love, are you good? We want to hear from you, man.
Yeah.
If Mo Love is still there, make sure. I want to make sure that he's good to go. So if you can just put in a Y for yes, that's all you need to do, Mo Love.
Yeah, all we need is just a wire.
We just need some confirmation that you know.
Just something that you heard. Tweeted.
Tweeted.
So Mo Love, are we good?
Okay, I'm checking to see if I can see it. I see it. All right, I got you, Mo Love. I will be in contact with you guys, making sure that you guys get your jerseys. Mo Love, I can't wait to see what kind of jersey you are going to get. But when you guys get your jerseys, make sure you take a picture in them and send it to us so we can show it here on Steelers Talk. We'll give you guys a shout out. Thank you guys once again. We're going to be wrapping it up here. I've been shirtless up here for at least an hour and a half. I'm getting cold. It's time to go put on a shirt and call it a day. Really appreciate everybody that came in today. From Chat Sports Studios here in Dallas, Texas, it's been real. Trizzy Trace, thank you so much for producing this show. And once again, thank you, Steeler Nation. I'll see you guys tomorrow.